Good evening, everybody, and welcome back for the final week, technically final week, of CMSA's Recreational League of Legends League. How is everybody doing? How are you, Sam?
Doing great. Thank you. I'm excited to be here, as always.
I am excited as well. I am also very tired because, as I told you before we got on stream, I started playing a new game, and I've spent like the past 2 days, just 12 hours straight of playing Genshin Impact. Now my brain is just rotted out, but it's okay. We're gonna power through. We already had our coffee earlier today, so we're not having more, but we're gonna do it, okay? Anyways, today we're gonna be following the Ruby League. We're gonna be starting off by following Jules, which is Team Bandle City Bookies. Bandle City Bookies is gonna have Jules, Audrey, Nightwolf. Oh, Audrey's Reno Jackson, and Fakov, and then Power Bottom Barbie. Oh my gosh, I haven't seen a game with Power Bottom, I don't think, since like week 3. It's been far too long. We're still waiting to see who they'll be going against, I think. Let me check on the... Do you have the spreadsheet? Did that get filled in yet?
I'm looking at it now. So it's Bandle City Bookies versus the Ixtal It Girls.
Still It Girls. Okay, so that's Thundercats Woe, aka River Otter. The Star, Majestic Gem, Tavi17, and Who Ate My Pop-Tarts. It's gonna be Tavi17 and Majestic Gem as subs on that team. So they got double subs. That's gotta be somebody's friend, because there's one sub on 2 teams, and then this team's got 2 subs. They're like, you know what? I brought my friends. We're gonna kick some booty. So maybe this is a threat to Bandle City Bookies, since they have no subs. Although we already know Jules and Fakov are a dynamic duo, unstoppable 4s, and then they got Power Bottom. And then if Nightwolf for some reason gets Anivia, GG. I don't know if I'm familiar with what Reno plays. Let's click it. Let's see. Quick look.
I think Reno has played in a final here for us. Made it to the last game 2-0. Plays a very solid ADC.
Oh yeah, they did
all
Sivir,
over.
Jinx, and Ashe last week. So just give me an ADC. I'm gonna carry no matter what. Oh, and looking back at the chat, who's Fakov was first today. Congratulations, Fakov.
Congratulations.
And then Clammy Shade says nice. Mr. Raccoon says last night of League, let's go. Disc 100 says 4th. The Star not first. John Legends. John, were you first? I missed it. You're all first. All legendary firsts. You're all first place in my heart. I love when you guys compete for first place. Psyhero7 says, last night of season 14! Exclamation point lurk? What does that mean? I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means either, but I'm here for it. I'm excited if you're excited.
So excited. Lurk is a mechanic in Legends of Runeterra. I know that much. President Mew, aka Vladimir, says, I'm here. Hi, lad. Welcome to the party.
President Mew.
President Mew. I think I asked you this like 2 seasons ago, Lab. Where does President Mew come from? What's the story behind the name? Meathor51 says, I like your shirt, Sam. It's very decorative today.
In a little paisley.
Did your background change or is it the same? I think the flags moved to the other side.
Moved the stuff around. That's about it. I didn't have anything pet. I don't have a pet. I know it was. I was trying to see if I could do the Pride theme, but I do not have a pet, so I just left it blank. I am perusing the Discord though, and I like to enjoying all the images of everyone.
Yeah, I see. Well, keep those flags ready because it is still Pride Month, so we're gonna need them, especially if Lux gets picked. Automatic Pride flags.
Absolutely.
Lemmer says it's a spoof on President Mao Zedong, since my cat's name is Mew.
Oh.
Who is President Mao Zedong?
Quick history lesson for the Chinese Communist Party. Everyone.
Oh. Is it really?
Yes.
I learned something new today. Oh my goodness. I hardly know American history, let alone anything outside of America. I'm so clueless. I don't think I've taken a history course in 14 years. Maybe even longer than that. I didn't have to take history for like my last 2 years of high school even. Are we following Pearl or Ruby today? Today we're following Ruby. We followed Pearl like 3 times in a row, I think, right? So
Something like that.
by accident. It wasn't on purpose. It's the brain rot, you know? I just wake up every day and I'm like, oh, we're following Pearl. Yeah, we're following Pearl again. Yeah, we're following Pearl. I did it today, too. We were getting,
It was true.
yeah, we were getting ready. I was like, I think we're following Pearl today. But in my mind, last week I got to watch some Spriggan games. And Spriggan's like one of my favorite players to watch in top lane specifically. And I was like, there's no way Spriggan's in Pearl. He's just too good. But he is in Pearl. So my brain needs to switch that and be like, okay, Spriggan and Pearl, which means we're not watching Pearl this week. We're actually watching Ruby. Sarah Kuhn says, not who is President Mao. I don't know these things. Leave me alone. Mithara says, we deserve it. Yes, you guys deserve to be followed. That's for sure. It's time. Let me just make sure Jules didn't start without us. Yeah, they're still creating. I'm just gonna remind them. Invite, please.
Get in there ASAP. I'm ready to watch. These teams are stacked. It's gonna be such a good night.
Lobby is full. Move to spectate. I said moke to spectate. My typing is dreadful. Here we go. All right, everyone's already here. Hey, Wolf says, wow, wow, wow. I'm so excited. I feel like there's a very high possibility that we won't even have to switch teams. We're just gonna be following Vandal City Bookies the whole time because we know that Fakov and Jules are just this amazing combo as it is. And then we got Power Bottom Barbie, which Barbie, I'm so excited to see you play. I haven't seen you play in like 4 weeks. We already know Nightwolf is really good. Thank you for the fart noise, Blaine. I appreciate that so much. Thank you for the bits.
Always welcome to improve the quality of commentary here on the channel.
All right, we're in Champ Select. Karthus ban.
Right, I don't know who's been bringing that out, but if anyone's got a good Karthus, it's got to go. Whether it's in the jungle or in the bot lane, it can be so oppressive.
Anytime I ever have a Karthus jungle in my team, I just cry because they're gonna die 30 times. I don't care if they get a bunch of kills; their entire team's gonna be fed because you're kamikaze dying.
As well?
Our bottom Barbie says, "I miss you too, Chroma. Thank you." Oh, Barbie, we have to hang out and do something within the next 30 days-ish, because I will be moving to California. Okay, so we got an Udyr ban, a Nivea ban, Hui, Kate, and Samira. Scar, first pick. They did do some minor nerfs to Skarner's durability, but like so minor, I don't think it's gonna do much. He's still pretty cray-cray.
Definitely still a solid pick. I think upcoming in the next patch, they're gonna nerf Skarner top lane once again.
As they should. He should be forced into the jungle. He doesn't even go on top side. Ashe and Seraphine, classic Poke combo in the bot lane.
And 2 comfort picks for this bot lane as well. Reno Jackson has a ton of Ashe games in their match history. Power Bottom Barbie, obviously, Seraphine, and them just going to be excellent here. So leaving that open.
Any hot diva she's going to carry. Kled. Okay, their team's pretty scary. Kled and Skarner. Scaling Smolder. Maybe.
I want to kind of hold my tongue until I see it locked in, because Smolder is an interesting choice. I haven't seen it in many weeks here on the broadcast, so We've got Smolder once again.
Well, it was either like
Number
Smolder or
9.
Tristana. There aren't a whole lot more like ADCs people play nowadays. With Kate's gone, Samira's gone, Ashe is gone.
Yeah, you kind of got the poke here. You got the Jins that are so strong. Obviously, Caitlyn good, but the end of the game.
And
All
Xerath
right.
locked in for that last pick. Spriggan9 says, Kled! Yes! Just like last week, more Kled! Blaine
team
says,
wants
I'm
to-
going Goblin mode.
Goblin mode.
Goblin mode
Okay.
Kled. If he's going Kled. He did lock it in, but he might be switching. We don't know yet, but probably.
Your worst decisions will haunt you.
Feels like on the one side, like the Exile It Girls want to just engage, and the Vandals want to poke and slow you and run away.
Oh, yeah. Good. You can't really stop once the Kled ult is going, though, and Skarner is basically
No.
unstoppable as well, so good luck keeping him away. No Nasus, no Morgana.
I recommend skipping.
Okay.
No Lulu Smolder. Janna Smolder has been popular. Lulu's so strong right now, though.
I like how they chose to kind of like not counterpick in their first picks, and just kind of pick the opposite of what the other team picked. It's like, oh, we picked our ADC. Okay, we're gonna pick our top laner. Now we picked our we picked our jungler. Now we picked our top laner, so let's pick our mid laner. Like, you guys are just revealing what you guys are gonna play. Now we're like, let's counter you. Find the jungle. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know if I love the idea of full dive jungler into their extreme poke comp that they have going on right now.
I mean, it is Jules over there, so if there's a jungler that I can trust to see through something like that, it would definitely be Jules. He is so strong.
Volibear's still up. Does that mean
Making
where
that
you gonna
work.
back off Volibear game?
Could be one of the bears. Rom Smolder, okay.
Thank you for following, Jontium. Appreciate it. I think we're getting so close to 600 now. I haven't been really keeping track of it lately. Let's see.
Let's keep going.
We're at 576. Woohoo!
Yeah, okay.
Talia.
Maybe a mid Talia for, assuming that's Majestic Gem in the mid lane.
Who you playing, Fack Up? Who you playing? Huh? Oh, what a surprise!
What a scary bear in the top lane. Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
This the Kled is gonna have a true 1v2 here. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a lot less nervous for this Vi now, because now she's not the only one going in. If she was basically their only, like, tank, then I'd be like, she's just gonna leave her carries behind, and they're just gonna get dove on, and they get murdered. But now, they have to worry about that Volibear being all up in their face. So, it's kind of evened out for me. What do you think, based on the team comp so far?
I think it's gonna be a slam. Like, the team fights are both sides wanting to go very much front to back. You've got kind of build a pocket, protect the Smolder over on the X-Style It Girls. The Bandle City Bookies, though, are looking to just kite and also just engage that front line, make sure no one slips behind, while Ashe and Xerath and Seraphine just kind of keep their front line alive and sustaining damage long enough to win a team fight. I'm not sure he really comes out on top if it's close and both sides are in a 5v5. Both these teams have drafted very well.
I am a little bit leaning towards Bandle City Bookies. And that's just because they have so much damage and control throughout the entire game. Like, Ashe doesn't start off with a ton of damage for the most part, but she gets there. But the rest of their team, damage. Like, they have damage, they have sustain, they have poke. Whereas if you look at Ixtal It Girls, their damage doesn't come online for a while. Like, the only heavy damage that could possibly be a problem earlier game is the Kled. Whereas Smolder is gonna take a hot minute to build up. Talia, she gets a few picks, she can start to pop off in the mid game, but if she doesn't, then she does take a while to build up. Brahm's not supplying any damage in those fights. Skarner can be, but he's more for the extended fight. So it really depends on how these fights go, but I'm leaning towards Bandle City Bookies because they just got all the tools basically right off the bat to win the game. They've got crowd control, they got poke, they got engage, they've got the extended fight potential between the Volibear and the Vi, and the Ashe control with the Seraphine control. It really just depends on who controls who more. But as I said, Bandle City Bookies is my vote for this one.
I will say, Bandle City Bookies, it's hard to root against this team. You've got Power Bottom Barbie, you've got Fakov, who both no strangers to making it deep on a Monday night, or on a Tuesday night, so it is going to be
making it deep.
Make a deep run, rather. So yeah, it's hard to go against Bandle City Bookies. They put together a very solid team composition, so I think that's the way I'm leaning. I see the potential for this to be a close game, but also you have a good point, because Ashe and this Ashe, the one thing that makes me nervous is Smolder Braum, not a strong lane. So I'm curious to see what Reno Jackson and Power Bottom Barbie are going to do in the bot lane, because they should have a whole lot of control over that side of the map.
Yeah, and Smolder's just in such a weird spot where I still don't feel like people have decided on what they want to do with him. Like, there isn't a very straightforward build for him. He never really turns into like high damage unless you get 50 minutes into the game and you've got like a crap ton of stacks. So as much as I love Smolder, he's just in a really rough spot right now, in my opinion. And from what I've seen, I feel like no one's even playing him anymore, because you can't play him like Ezreal. You can do like the Triforce build if you want. It's just not going to do that much damage. You can't do the tank build anymore. And then his auto attacks don't really do anything, so you can't go like an on-hit build. The crit build is basically the only thing you can do, but it's not like his Q like crits immensely or anything whenever it's landing, so he's not landing hits very fast. So he's just in a really weird spot. They need to figure out what to do with this man.
It is a weird spot, I'll agree. And I also think that Huayama Props is going to have a very difficult time even stacking. You've got double range here in the bot lane, and both outrange you pretty heavily. So we'll have to keep our eyes on those dragon stacks and see how well Huayama Pop-Tarts is scaling, as they all 5-man here, and Tavi checking it out, getting some damage down.
I like how the poke team is the one getting poked down here.
Throwing the rock right at him.
And he's picking up Seraphines and throwing Seraphines at him. They should make that a skin.
Minions have spawned.
So with Bandle City Bookies found out, they'll just kind of resume to a normal 5-point. Both junglers pathing up.
Thank you for following, Judas.
Let
Oh my
it follow.
goodness.
Yes, thank you for following.
So many follows.
Judas.
The Braum level. I love Braum.
So small compared to Skarner. What a massive appropriate.
Skarner is a literal monster, though, so we can let him have that. John says, hi, Chroma and Sam. Hi, John.
Hello, John.
Oh, we've already got Smolder getting locked down, taking some big damage. We got the passive getting procced on Ashe. They said, here, take this damage back. How about that? Pretty even trade, though. Oh, now it's not. Now it is.
The never-ending trade. Both sides didn't want to be the one to come out behind, so they just kept it going. You have one side with Stain and Poke, the other side without it. So this could be a tricky situation now for Ixtal's bot lane here.
Bakov's already got me wild in. He was like diving that Kled right off the bat. It's like, geez, girl, relax. Like, I will fight you right on the cusp of your tower range. Ding, ding. Did you see the new Seraphine skin that's coming out?
I did not see the new Seraphine skin. But that sounds
Anima
exciting.
Squad. They got a whole new squad coming out. Oh, they're taking an early back. We're only 12 CS in. That's interesting.
Just kind of a quick little cheater recall. Get some
Got a refillable potion and a boot.
350 gold. The thing about this is they got a big crash, and there's no way that Smolder without that first upgrade from Dragon Practice can actually clear, and so they should be able to catch the wave bot lane without missing too much. Let's have a comfortable item advantage here.
I know that Skarner's down there, but Fakov is like, you know what? Bring it on. I'll 2v1. And he might have to do just that, because here comes Skarner. Oh,
Javier arriving and doing a little drive-by on Fakov, who's now trying to run away. You have a bear trapped on a rope, pulled back, but it's not enough to secure anything. It goes into like Rift Herald driving mode, and you better have a good license. Oh, Fakov hanging around though, getting pulled back by that bear trap. Now suddenly in not so much of a good space here, just a little bit of HP.
it's like, come back in. Keep wasting your time.
Does have teleport available, but we'll see how Fakov wants to play this.
Oh, big
Over on the
fight down
bottom
here.
lane.
Brom's caught.
River under.
Daddy
Going
Brom,
down.
no!
So Braum falls first blood to Bandle City Bookies. Jules managing to find it.
See, Fakov knows what he's doing here. He's been stalling the Skarner up here for the past, like, 2 minutes. Like, he's just like, you can keep hanging out here. You're just gonna keep losing experience. You're gonna keep losing gold.
Yeah, the wave was pushing in. Jules wasn't able to convert on any sort of a counter jungle, but does get to start on their second clear, so gonna be an early lead for the jungler of Bandle City Bookies, courtesy of Fakov.
Xerath up about 8 minions on the Talia, so technically winning the lane so far. Got a full wave ahead of him. Oh! Oh!
Finding a trade on the Nightwall Wolf there, who
love that.
pops over the wall. Yeah, showing off some Talia mechanics here. Oh, and they're trying to all-in power bottom Barbie. Just a little short as he goes by, but now Jules is here in the mid lane. And you have an ultimate coming down right at the arcane. He's to hit one more, looking for it. There it is! Nightwolf landing.
Pew, 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 pew. First dragon, up for grabsies.
They've gone ahead to start this, but with Jules and Reno Jackson in the area, I think wisely backing off. Neither jungle terribly interested in taking that. After that back, there's Pop-Tarts taking some damage here. Now there's a lot of minions. It's kind of a 1v30 here in the bot lane.
Oh yeah, those minions will hurt.
Not to be underestimated this early. We'll catch the wave with Seraphine though.
Yeah! Yeah!
Pretty quiet game so far. Those 2 kills that Jules has been a part of has been kind of all that's been happening here. Kind of tentative play from both sides.
They're calling out the Talia roaming up towards top. Lane's gotta be careful here. Farming, farming, farming. Thinking about the grubbies. Fakov's gonna be able to push this in, looks like. Got Vi prioritizing them grubbies.
Yeah, it looks like if Fakov wants, he'll have a great roam timer to leave to go help with grubs here.
They are gonna know she's doing it. They do have a ward right on it.
Starts up.
Talia said, I'm watching you.
Yeah, Gem can help out a little bit, but that's the only real thing. Skarner now, Tavi opting perhaps just to trade, going to the dragon, so Gem is poking, but it looks like it's going to be just given here by the Ixalit girl. So Bandle City Bookies on those grubs. Just one more to claim. Will they be able to get down for dragon in time?
think they've got it.
There's probably just going to be a trade here for both sides. Good counter play here from Tavi, knowing there wasn't much use of contesting on the opposite side of the map. He also has managed to close out that CS discrepancy. Oh, and Jules finding another angle mid, Gem flashing away, and then gonna have to put on some dancing shoes. Not enough, 2 is all it took, and now Nightwolf Chris picks up another kill. 2 now for the Xerath.
Props to Xerath for being able to kill anybody with that ult, because I don't play Xerath specifically because I can't land his ultimate. I just am bad at it.
You know, I'm in the same boat. It's like, if there's a certain chance that it's going to be so pivotal on, and I just can't land it, why would I do it? Back off, though. Going in! Star Gled with the remount, just saving. There's almost no, does Gled have any HP? Ooh, Enchanted Crystal Arrow comes back. Jules is here. Tavi here to counter. It's a full-on 3v3. Jules slays River Otter, and then but Smolder picking up some here, so it goes in favor of the Ixtal It Girls, with Smolder picking up a double. And Star finding back up under turret, trying to make something happen, but just winning a small trade here. Are they looking for a dive angle on Jules? Tavi's in the area. Nope, that's not worth it here. Just said hovering, letting my Pop-Tarts crash it. So big connection there here as a 3v3 goes in the favor of Ixtal It Girls.
No kidding. That is 2 kills on Smolder. It's not going to get him ahead or anything too quickly. I'd be a little bit more scared if I went to like Talia. Like if Talia got some kills, I'd be like, oh great, here comes the damage.
The investment from Tavi here.
We're gonna have a pause.
Wait, it's just 3.
Just kidding.
Just a little bounce. The investment from Tavi's Skarner here on the top lane has definitely had an impact. Oh, but I'll hold that thought as they're now hunting Nightwolf yet again. Flashless there, it's not going anywhere quickly. Jules arrives to try to turn it around. Nightwolf still alive, gonna eventually fall to the Braum, gets the shutdown here. And now Jules is locked up by that. Braum concussive blows.
Choo choo. Oh, he said stop.
A Star now engaging on the back off, has a bear once again on that rope. Tavi trying to move forward. See if there's any more CC to follow. Back off all the way back, pulled out of the turret range. They're gonna try to finish. They've called for the dive, and they have taken it. Star is gonna dismount, and he's out of there. Blaine playing so well up there in the top lane, shutting down this Fakov so far with the help of his jungler.
You know, after so many games of Fakov just absolutely stomping the top lane, he deserves to be bullied for a game. Just for a game.
Yeah, it's been
bullying.
It was a big investment early, but just giving all that time and attention. Oh, poor Nightwolf has it on lock there with that ultimate. Picking up a third one. Enchanted Crystal Arrow just goes wide in the bot lane, and now Tavi and Jules going back and forth. It's going to be the hit from Vandal to react first.
Oh, he hopped into range. Okay, and they flashed out. It's like, ooh, that's scurry. Ash is just like, I'll just stand still and kill you. That's fine.
Reno Jackson picking up the double. But Leah's there, though, can chase down. Oh, man,
quite catch it.
Away. Okay, so everything going right there for Vandal City Bookies. Getting a pick on the top side of the map, getting that 2v2 kill on the bot side.
All will tremble. Vi's like, this jungle is mine. Oh, is this gonna be 6 grubbies for Vandal City Bookies? I don't see any contests coming anywhere near here.
Yeah, the Ixtal Girls are in no position here unless the Star can go complete insanity here. Dismounting has an opportunity to send his top lane packing and takes it. So, but it's not enough to push Jules off of this. So one more is all they need. They'll secure that.
Oh, God.
Oh, Tavi right in the mid lane here. Nightwolf getting pulled back.
Like, I really want to take that Talia with me.
Not enough. Majestic Gem finally getting some revenge onto Nightwolf here.
That's like, Scar, come back, please. Achoo! Oh, freeze! Oh, and we're good. It's like, this is my jungle. Get out.
Yeah, cease and desist has been ordered. Skarl's back on board, though. They're making a little bit of a fight. Fakov in no position to follow up. There's not a dive like we're accustomed to seeing in the bot lane now. Powerbottom trying to turn it around with that encore, but it's not enough. They call for the dive in the top lane here. Fakov's here. He's taking a lot of turret damage, though. And the star manages to take it out. And Majestic Gem arrives just in time for the shutdown. What a huge roam and outplay there for Ixel. It Girls exactly what they needed.
Damn. Okay, now Talia's starting to come online. That makes me nervous for Vandal City Bookies, because that Talia is basically the prime damage on that team. If she gets ahead, that's going to be real ouchy for them Poke Champions.
Went for Archangel Staff. Well on the way to stacking that already. The second dragon has now been claimed for Ixel It Girls. So one side you've got the Void Grubs, the other side stacking dragons. It's a game.
I would say that's like League of Legends nowadays. It's like you either get the grubbies or you get the dragons. One or the other. That's it.
How's our stack? We're 15 minutes on, coming up on 15 minutes on Smolder. And
Smolder
we are at
111.
Okay, so about to hit that first big 125 threshold there. Which
Say his
usually
name.
it's just
Say it.
Ignacarius, Gigantorino, Rex, Luspez, Fantastic there in the bot lane. Took me a second to remember it.
That's my hit. That's my hit for the week.
Fakov wants some revenge on the star, but Skarl's still hanging alive here. Bobby running bot lane, Jules down to counter game, give another 3v3. Last time this went in the favor of Ixel It Girls, but now they're on the retreat right away. Equipment Pop-Tarts looking for an angle for Mom, doesn't have it yet. Sees this, it comes in, locking down the jungle, and now it's a complete massacre. All three still alive, and now they're sieging on this turret for Vandal City Bookies.
Yeah, it doesn't feel good to be hit by the Seraphine E, and then hit by the Ashe volley, and then hit by a Seraphine alt, and then hit by another Ashe volley, and then just auto attacked by Ashe. Who gets to move? Nobody. That's who.
And just straight up Infinity Edge rush here for Reno Jackson. So no attack speed necessary for this Ashe, just Berserker Screams enough. And big blows coming down on the side of Vandal City Bookies.
And you know, I think I prefer that. I did play an Ashe game the other day, and I went the on-hit build, which is not normal for me. I usually go straight crit, and it felt awful. I did not like it. The on-hit, it just felt slow. I felt like I wasn't doing any damage. I felt like my slows weren't slowing very much, so I do generally prefer the crit build on Ashe. The damage just feels nice, and the extra slows feel nice.
Everyone here arriving.
Flip like a pancake.
Back off first to move. Led coming in behind. It's a 4v4 here over this Rift Herald. Both sides so close. Powerbottom Army gonna be the first one to fall. Now everyone, Vandal City Bookies, just trying to get out of there. The call has been made to focus River 2v2. Now Majestic Gem putting out a ton of sustained damage. Has been untouched in this fight. Talia keeps going forward with those threaded volleys, connecting one after the rest, but don't forget Blaine on this. Kled coming out on top here. A huge win there for the Ixel It Girls 4v4, but roaming up, we've got Right of the Arcane trying to take down a few members, but Majestic Gem dodging them all here this time. Wait, my Pop-Tarts now trying to claim it. A little slow on the cleanse, can't quite get it. The Achew not going to be enough.
That fight was chaos. It was just like 1 for 1, 1 for 1, and then it was down to 2 on 2. And I think they just didn't choose the right focus, just because they were focusing on, I think it was Kled, who was sustaining himself through, and he probably just remounted anyways. And Talia's just standing in the back like, oh, just keep threading my volleys, just keep threading my volleys. Whereas she's the threat right now. She's going to be the priority damage. Oh, I thought Skarner was unstoppable in that, but I guess not. Whack.
Flash, you think you can stun? I'll flash right in your face. Getting one here, so don't know if there's anything really to be taken here. Oh, the whole team here One slow, all they need, and they are on the chase. Hopefully River Otter could hop away there. They still want this Rift Herald, but the dragon at this point is not too far away from spawning. So
That's unfortunate, but this pink ward's on the other side of the wall, so it can't see
it can't see it.
ward
Yeah.
right next to it. Scarl! Scarl makes me think of, Kled makes me think of Miss Fowl from Jimmy Neutron. Did you watch Jimmy Neutron? You don't get the reference.
I know.
Stream has seen Jimmy Neutron and appreciates my reference there. No. He's like, oh.
Rift Herald claimed here.
Feel
We'll
that
see how they
reverb.
decide to use it. Both sides now do not want to give this dragon up without a fight. Blaine back off here, going at it in the top lane. Bears on the rope, trying to just kite out the sustain here. Garl forcing the
He's gonna
dismount.
remount so fast.
The remount comes up, back off now. Just has so much sustain as this fight to the death. And they just continue to go. Garl running off once again, and now going unstoppable there. Jumping forward is the back off, trying to come out ahead in here. But meanwhile, there's an all-out fight. Back off winning it on the top side of the map, but the bottom side of the map here, you have the Bandle City Bookies cleaning it up and securing that dragon amidst the 1v1 brawl.
The thing is, the Kled looks like he's putting down more damage. Like, it looks like he's winning the fights, but then friggin' Volibear is doing Volibear things where just all of a sudden he's back to full health in middle of the fight, and it's like, okay, cool. So we just reset the fight, and it just doesn't end up going in Kled's favor just about any time. And honestly, I think it's rigged. I think Volibear is bugged. I think he's OP. Brahm's looking to 1v5 here.
Yeah, it is overpowered as this Baron
Crazy girl.
for Otter hoping for a miracle steal. No, has a little bit of vision, but wow, River Otter really wants that steal, or at least to slow them
Really
down
wants
for
it.
Tavi to get there. Tavi just a little late. Now they do not want to let this go for free. Reno Jackson will be claimed here. And it goes to it by Pop-Tarts, which is really the only consolation they will get. The rest of the team disengaging. Majestic Gem once more, but they just can't find it. So 4 members of Power Bottom Barbie just trying to get away.
Girlfriend, oh, here
Tavi
comes Starter.
going forward through the wall, comes up short, and up forcing the flash. Power
She
Bottom
said, "You thought."
living there. Now teleport for Bandle City Bookies. Perhaps they've overextended just a little. Back off here. Jules and back off,
You don't wanna
Jules
go
and
in there,
back off,
Jules.
but it is all 4 here. Jules has found them, immediately realizes the error of his wave, splashes away, but it's not enough. The whole team collapsing.
Sometimes when that kind of stuff happens to me, I imagine myself as the character in game, just walking casually and then just getting punched in the face by 4 people at one time and literally tossed around like a pancake and thrown against the wall and then dying. Like, imagine that scenario.
Oh, and now the Rift Herald being used here. Back off having to Stormbringer just to get away. And a hold on in her turret along the can. Taking down one. Nightwolf arriving to lay out some damage from a side. Start running against the you're not supposed to go that way. Blaine trying to run away, forced to dismount. Now the whole team turning it on to Ixtal It Girls here. Bandle City called for the route. Blaine remounting though, getting away. River Otter needs a jump target, trying to get away there, using that ultimate Glacial Fissure to get away just enough. So overall, they push forward, they claim a turret, they get a couple of the Barons knocked off, and Bandle City Bookies has yet to do anything with this Baron. A great counterattack by Ixtal It Girls.
Not Volibear 1v3ing plus a Rift Herald in his face, winning the fight, and then pushing them back.
I mean, Nightwolf was around to help
Wolf
out
did
a
come
little bit on
around.
the side.
Yes, but Bully
Team
Bear
effort.
straight up was like, hey, we'll fight this here. It's fine. And then after I've gotten you guys down to half health, the rest of my team will be here, and we'll just push you all the way back to your base. How about that?
Bobby does get the flash from Reno Jackson, so no flash on the carry here on the next fight. We'll see if that's going to be impactful or not. Everyone just protecting this fight. Back off about to show in the bot lane, so we'll see if they call for it. Enchanted Crystal Arrow comes out, so it's just the Star in 1v4 right now, trying to hang with the team. But look at that ball of death. They cannot approach against the slows of Reno Jackson. Mom, though, coming out, getting all four, so they're so low here. And that means that Jules forced just to try to go in and buy time for the rest of his team to get away, but it's not enough as Majestic Gem coming in. Almost turning it there is Reno Jackson, but coming away.
Yeah,
now back off, arriving. There's some low HP, and you've got some targets. How much can you do? A flash by Tavi right into the waiting arms of back off here. He's going to try to 1v3 on the side. Majestic Gem dodging all the rest of that Red of the Arcane, so staying alive. Vakov now still in a 1v3. That's just constantly staying a 1v3, turning around to Stormbringer onto the Star, who manages to mount just in time to not go down. But the HP just never stops for this Volibear. It continues to rise.
This is ridiculous.
Pop-Tart not in a position to really put on any sustained DPS. So River Otter, the lone support, not going to win this here. Hopping away, well, so low. Finally, Huema Pop-Tart finds a kill. Backoff did not manage to finish River Otter. So now they're in the middle of the whole team being collapsed on. Huema Pop-Tart's finding the double kill. No flap available to pursue. Wow, what a sustained back and forth fight. And had Enchanted Crystal Arrow landed, that wouldn't have stopped. Now flapping forward to try to find something. Backoff in the middle of 4 though. Is it going to be enough? It is not. Shut down. Going to Smolder, 7-1 here.
Yeah, now this guy is execute. Maybe he can actually do something to this Volibear that's 1v4ing over and over and over again. Jay Bird's like, how is Volley full health? That's what I've been saying all game. He started to fight at nothing, goes back to full and wins a 1v3 every freaking time. How is this allowed?
I don't know. There's something else on this Volibear here.
He's built full tank. He is armor. That's it. There's no damage built. There's no sustain built in. It's just armor.
Well, the 2-minute fight ends, and I would say in the favor of Ixtal Girls, as they are able to claim the Dragon, their third. And after all that, so now they've got a fully online Smolder. Ooh, and look at that, just one quick combo, Power Bottom at half health, but there's no sustained damage to back it up, so River Otter goes down right away after that.
Jontium says, Ixtal Girls is wild, absolutely wilding. Ugh. Oh, Crystal
find another one here. Oh, Tavi did not get to play the game there.
Nope. Hold still. Pow.
Now they put themselves in a prime position to take control of this side of the jungle and just wait for anyone on the Ixtal Girls to dare to step into their top side jungle and see if they can contest this Baron. They weren't able to get much done with the first Baron, but it feels like they're in a position to do a little bit more if they get it again.
That Baron, it's gonna be a big fight. By big fight, I mean Volibear versus 5. The execute bird is going down. That is a pretty big threat for Volibear right now. Burn him. Get him down to execute range. Pow! Pow! Pentakill! Come on, execute.
Who ate my Pop-Tarts? Living the dream here on this Smolder. Fully practiced as a dragon, bringing in the pentakill. Big thanks to Majestic Gem for surfing in there on that Weaver's Wall to cut off the potential escape route from Bandle City Bookies. And now if you're Bandle City Bookies, you got to be asking yourself, how do you get through this massive Braum Shield and Scorpion and Kled to get to this Smolder, because you're not going to win ignoring him.
Jaber says, holy Smolder! Yeah, I mean, he's had his execute. I think he got his execute around like 23 minutes. Like, that's a really early execute range. Like, really early. And that's what they needed to take care of this Volibear now, because you can't stop the execute, and it's going to keep getting bigger and bigger now. My shield is here for you. Whack.
Oh, we know. Entering the funnel of death here. Mom coming out, not quite enough to finish off that kill. Getting his team escorting out here as now Dragon is spawning in about a minute 20 here. Ooh, they're trying to stop before that. He needs to stay alive here so they can be in position to contest this next Dragon. It is their soul, should they claim it.
My goodness.
Yeah, it is the Smolder show here. It's what do you do if you're Bandle City Bookies? Like, how do you get through this massive front line? You invested in Braum. They've got everything here to have very, very easy team fights for this. Wait, my Pop-Tarts. Gets to sit behind his beefy boys and just throw down those Super Scorcher breaths.
His beefy boys. He does have 3 beefy boys.
Yeah. 80 carry Dream here, big front line. No real assassination threat on the opposite side of the map. River Otter and Star looking for some sort of a flank angle as everyone in Bandle City in that push. Perhaps realizing it's a little unwise, and they spread out slightly back off now going into the fight here onto River Otter as he engaged. They're trying to now just front to back. Tavi is the target. Jules diving on just to slow down Who Ate My Pop-Tart, who's only hitting a single soul right now. The rest of the team now pop first. Pop coming through, laying down a lot of damage. They got to get through Backhoff, who's managed to heal once. Is there an execute? A little bit of a heal, not enough to keep him alive though. And now, flapping forward. There's another triple kill for Who Ate My Pop-Tarts. Unfortunately, cut off by the Weaver's Wall, but that means Majestic Gem will pick up the other 2. All 5 members of Bandle City Bookies down for only 1 from Ixtal Acros. They have their sight set on the Nexus.
Yeah, Vi had the right idea, and let's take care of the Smolder, but she didn't have the damage herself to take him out. The rest of the team could not get through the Kled, the Skarner, the Braum. It was just too much of a wall to go through, so he was able to flap his way back and still hit the entire team with a mom. Throwing a mom at her, and just wiped the floor with them.
And just like GG. That, Who Ate My Pop-Tarts? 16-1, carrying this team. River Otter, no small feat there, 21 assists. Way to ride out that early game and get your carry out of there. Huge win for Ixtal Acros. Definitely playing to what their team composition was drafted for.
No kidding. I have to tell Thundercats to invite me. Thundercats, or I can also ask Blaine. Who do you think is MVP for that game?
As great of a job. How can you not give it to this pentakill on Smolder? Who Ate My Pop-Tarts? All the pressure was on this Smolder to carry. His team was down as much as 3,000 gold in that game, and Who Ate My Pop-Tarts clutched it out and secured a penta. I'll give him the MVP as well.
Yeah, I'll agree with you. I would say it was I would say Blaine is a close second just for having to deal with Vakov and his Volibear in the top lane the whole time. So it's almost like a, hey, you survived. Good job. But definitely MVP going over to Who Ate My Pop-Tarts on the Smolder for the hard carry that just happened. And ace on that pentakill. Congratulations, Who Ate My Pop-Tarts. I think they're switching sides. Unless they're all just joining me in spectator mode for funsies. Like, let's just join Chroma down here.
Everyone's going to be joining. Yeah, come on, join.
We're all spectating. Jontian says, Invis Cloak to Leah, not fair. goodness. Are they switching? Oh, it's Pookie, Wanda, Gigeroxide, Draggy, Drader, and Coach. Put me in, Coach. Always wanted to say that. Let's see, what team is that? That is
Immortal Yas Queens.
Yes.
On the X-Style It Girls.
Total Yas Queens. Oh, krr. Coach Pip. Hashtag Pip. Draggy's hashtag is 69420. Iconic. Said, oh, do you have a few subs? I ticketed for Kled. Oh, Blaine's gonna play Kled again.
Okay, ticket for Kled here.
The first ticket used on stream.
We had tickets used for that that pay-to-win Ari skin last week.
Yeah. Not the pay-to-win Ari. And they didn't win one of them. I think they won one and then lost the second one.
One and one, yes.
Shame. Yeah, the star says, I have 3 tickets to blow. This be number 2. So we might as well just blow all 3 of them today. Was that Blaine throwing the fart noise again? It was. Thanks, Blaine.
Thanks,
Appreciate
Blaine.
the farts. Trader18 says, look, Mom, I'm on TV. You're on TV, Trader.
Trader.
Hi, Trader's mom. Oh my gosh. And thank you for following, Drader. Appreciate that so much. And President Mew said, wow, drag us, LOL. Drag him through the dirt. Drag him through the dirt. Okay, I finished my orange juice. I have my vitamin C for the day.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. You know, I deserve that. I deserve to be congratulated for meeting my nutritional needs for the day.
Yeah, of course you do. I mean, and you kept track of it, right? You wrote that down? Uh-oh.
I should be. And so in this class, yes, I'm supposed to be tracking all of it. But fortunately, most of the assignments are like, oh, just like put in the data that you gathered from like 3 days. So I've been using the same 3 days from the beginning of the class just over and over and over again for all of my assignments. So kinda. I still have all the good groceries. So like I still have healthy groceries. So not eating bad. I'm just not keeping track of it. I am mindfully being like, okay, like I've had my protein for the day, I've had my veggies for the day, fruit for the day. Thanks, Blaine, for the gap. Did you have like, what did you eat today? Why are you farting up a storm? Do you have that Taco Bell? Oh,
You're talking about
so
protein
good.
and.
Blaine's been taking his fiber. His body's like, get out. He said, the beans! The beans!
Not the Taco Bell beans. How did we come this far?
The beans. Weather says, I told Star I was going to threaten his Fart King title, and he took that personally. Now he's just gassing it up everywhere. Trader18 says, are you guys ready? Absolutely.
What, the fart noises?
Mithra says, you ate my dog? What? No! What?
No. No. No, it's...
That's it. Ban Mithra.
It's Pet Day on the Surfer.
Oh, her name is
Pet
Beans.
Day.
Okay, her name is Beans.
Oh, that's cute. Please post a picture of Beans in the Surfer.
Yeah,
I
let's see Beans.
I want to see Beans.
When I think Beans has a name, I would think like cats, because like toe beans. But I guess dogs have toe beans too. They're just bigger beans. Those are like legumes. Ether said, I did it. Let's look. Let's see. Which chat is it in? League of Legends? Scrolling. Nope, not that one. Is it in general? No. Which chat is it in? I can't see. There's so many chats.
All right.
Oh, it's in selfies. Lima toe beans. We got a Skarner ban. I'm still looking for that chat. Selfies.
Your commands tire me!
Your commands tire me! That was actually pretty good. That was pretty on.
Shall I turn in my badge and rifle as well?
Oh, there it is. Oh, I see President Q. I see. Oh,
There we go. Thank you for the mention, because I wasn't
Lovely.
following that chat channel.
oh, this is amazing. Okay, well, I'm gonna just ignore picks and bans and just browse pictures of pets here for the next 5 minutes.
Oh my goodness, there's so many cute aminals in here.
Everyone has such beautiful cats and dogs and pets. Oh.
Grounded?
I want a pet. I do want to get a dog, but I've been waiting until I've kind of like settled in place before, because I just moved too much.
That would, yeah, that's smart. That's very smart and very very kind of you. Putting the dog
responsible
first.
of me.
Responsible. That's the word I'm looking for.
Yes, that's the word. That's what I tell myself. I'm like, I'm being responsible by not having to risk losing the dog because I can't move somewhere, or blah, 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 or limiting myself because I can't move because I have a dog. All right, so was Talia banned, Kate banned, Skarner banned, Vigar, Elise, and Jin. I haven't seen an Elise in a long time. She really was just like in the meta for like 6-7 seasons, and then now just no one plays her. She's just poof, gone.
Yeah, good Elise with all the tower dive potential and just invade potential can be so good. But yeah, I think it's just been nerfed a lot. Kind of now Callista's getting that treatment.
Fully so.
And not allowed to play it anymore.
No more. And that's an Olaf. I do love seeing an Olaf game. I love, not when I'm going against it, but I do love watching an Olaf just run it down and murder everybody.
It's always an interesting like pick as now, especially as an early pick. The whole team's got to figure out, okay, what do we do against this Olaf? Because they locked in Lulu hoping to have some protection with Polymorph, but Olaf just gets to ignore that. So Vayne, very self-sufficient, and Ginger Oxide, they play them so incredibly well. So this is going to be great. Vayne, Lulu can be a terror in the mid and later portions of this game, and gives that kind of, you can kite out this Olaf with Vayne. So especially with the help of the speed boost with Lulu. And there's a front line, so you already asked Queens, very clear with the direction that they're going. And Ixel Icaro is giving us a very different look from game number 1 here with Hui, Olaf, and Amumu.
I'm very excited to see the other 2 picks.
One has to be Kled, or was that locked in for sure?
One does have to be Kled. So, okay, so we know Kled's coming in, which will be a very interesting combo with Kled, Olaf, and Amumu up in their face.
Kled and Olaf, what a charge that's going to be. Unstoppable, right at you. Lock him down with Amumu. Wow.
Come on.
Yeah, I'm liking
What's
that team
the
comp
worst
so
that could
far.
happen?
Jinx. Okay, it's Jinx, Caitlyn, and Jin. All 3 pretty favorable matchups into Vayne, so I like this ban here that they're going for.
Give me a Samira. Give me a Samira on that team. Oh, that'd be so fun.
Of course, Pop Tart's going to go back to that Smolder after securing a Penta last game. Can they follow up
They cannot understand.
the performance?
I feel like they wouldn't have as much peel this time. Amumu would basically be the only peel, aside from them just being in their face. I won't have a Brown to protect him this time.
Kalista getting taken away here from Who Ate My Pop-Tarts, and
It's gonna
Smolder,
pick it up.
a hover. You're right, not a lot, especially if Kled is the last one getting locked in here with there'd be a Hui Smolder bot lane.
Draven?
And I want something with a little bit more early game here. So you have
Okay.
the bullet time and that Curse of the Sad Mummy. Classic combination to lock
So
him down.
Literally some season 1 BS. Just make it rain, Curse of Sad Mummy, bullet time. Taking a Mordekaiser into the Kled? Okay. I feel like Kled generally wins those fights. generally. Grabbing a Malzahar.
There it is. Okay.
Now they can't Malzahar alt the Olaf either. I guess I could do it to Kled.
Yeah, Malzahar does. You're right. Doesn't have a lot of great targets here. And then if during dismount, right, Kled will effectively cleanse. Am I crazy? So
yeah, no, it's a
it's
rough
going to
one
be
for Malzahar
tough
alts.
for that Nether Grasp. I don't know what the target is going to be.
Well,
Just
based
provide a
on the team
little
comp so
background.
far and what they've chosen, who do you think's gonna win?
I am, as XL It Girls had such a great performance in round 1, but I'm going to pick against them here. I'm going to lean towards the Yordle Yas Queens. I don't know that we've been able to see Ginger Oxide's Vayne on stream, but it's a treat, and I'm so excited to see this, especially supported with the Lulu. I think that Yordle Yas Queens has managed to put together a really, really kind of scrappy team fight that's going to not easily fall into a clumping kind of bullet time sort of a thing. And so, and they do have some tools to stop it. Flash ult from Malzahar, obviously with Mordekaiser taking someone into the death realm, that really can disrupt a team fight depending on the target selection. And Sejuani, tanky disruption. I like what Yordle Yasuke have put together, and I'm expecting fireworks again in round 2.
No, we've definitely seen Ginger Oxide play the Vayne before. I'm positive about that.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure the last time though we did see a losing game. Not because of Ginger Oxide's performance. They were carrying hardcore. They were basically the only problem on their team. Just the rest of their team couldn't keep up, and they were just being melted, so they couldn't really protect Ginger Oxide enough. I very distinctly remember, like, I'm seeing a fight in my head right now.
That's why I have
remember
such fond memories of this Vayne pick then.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what happened last time we saw it. So I know Ginger Oxide is solid on Vayne. I'm just very curious to see how the team works around this. I feel like the Malzahar isn't going to be too crazy. Like, I love Malzahar. He's one of my personal mains. He doesn't have a lot of targets on here. He doesn't have a lot of squishy targets who are just going to melt to his E. Mordekaiser could be a problem if he gets ahead. If Mordekaiser doesn't get ahead here, I could see it just being Vayne carry, but Vayne also being overwhelmed by the monstrosity that is Ixtal It Girls' team right now. So I would personally lean towards Ixtal It Girls just because they might not have... Yeah, no, they do kind of have that. They have hyper carry potential with Olaf. They have consistent team fights with Amumu and Misfortune. Kled has amazing engage. Hui has amazing poke and single target elimination. They just have a really all-around good team that could very easily be handled by Vayne if Vayne has like a really solid support system. But it's just so dependent on this team supporting the Vayne so flawlessly for this to come to fruition. And it's very possible that will happen. We've seen this kind of stuff happen before.
What I'm hearing is a Yordle Yas Queen win likely means a Pookie Wanda Lulu MVP, because it is going to take a Herculean effort with that Lulu to really make sure this Vayne has the opportunity to take them into game 3.
100%. I know the potential is there. It's just there's very strict rules and regulations to follow to meet your success here.
So one thing that I'm noticing is we have Hui in the mid lane, presumably, with Majestic Gem playing there. And that means that we have a support...
A Mumu?
A Mumu from River Otter. Okay, let's see it.
I won't bore you with the details, but just what I've always wanted.
Just what I always wanted. Okay, all that is where it should be. We don't need time controls. We need objective timers.
Welcome
Okay,
to
yes, everyone's where they should
Summoner's
be.
Rift.
Invade, invade, invade! Do it!
Yeah, they've taken I love this route that they're going to take. You can hug the wall.
30 seconds until minions
I mean,
spawn.
first they can see if anyone's just going to check the lane, but if you hug this wall in, it doesn't give your opponents a lot of time to see you coming through try.
Oh. Oh. They're not going to do it. He said, if we're not going to catch him here, we're just going to go back.
Maybe they're just making sure that wait, my Pop Tarts and Marauders doesn't get to push up in the lane early, just in case they were trying to go for something a little too aggressive. They would have been there.
Be
But the
aggressive.
net does not
Be
find anyone.
aggressive. Oh, Huey. Okay, deep warden. Gotta keep track of that jungler.
Yeah, that ward on gives you so much information there on the Raptors camp. Is it early gank? Is it full clear? Exactly what side they started on. So I love that spot there.
Also, Huey is gonna be really solid at keeping that spell shield down on Malzahar. Bark, bark. Oh, we're going hard on the Vayne already. Barrier already gets popped.
Trying to trade back with that tumble, but it's going to be very one-sided into MF and Amumu's favor. Top lane, though, they're going for it. Coach tries to take the trade, but doesn't even get Kled to dismount quite yet. So, slightly winning for Blaine early. See how that progresses.
Be aggressive. Be aggressive. He's gonna remount so fast. He's just going in. Oh, he's canceling autos. Oh, that was like 3 cancels in a row. That's so unfortunate. Oh, who wants to go in? Give me a hug.
Looking for it, but I mean, after taking some unfavorable trades, just because it's so easy with love tap and double up, the damage is quite strong for MF early. But Ginger Oxide doing a great job of keeping him in bay and pushing in this bot lane. If nothing else, it could buy them a quick base like we saw last game to kind of reset and move on.
Take all these double ups. Do have Olaf on top side. Said hello.
Sejuani. So Tavi now engaging on Coach. Sejuani coming in from the river here. Drader's arriving to turn it on to Tavi.
Oh,
and that's going to be first blood over to Yordle Yasqueens. And going on this Raider, the Sejuani going to be very, very tanky already. Now coming out mid to Hector Hui, but with that distance, Hui does not need to worry too much.
That's Hui for you. Stand on the other side of the map and just throw stuff.
They do know about this, and Tavi has gotten a reset, and Sejuani has not, so they're going to fight for it. Let's see if Smite is up. Tavi ignoring the scuttle going on to Drader. Fukiwanda's arriving, but now you're in a 1v3 here. Draggy trying to come through, but it's not enough. So, yeah, being very greedy, trying to double scuttle, but great job by Tavi to quickly get back onto the map, go to the only target available, and win that fight.
Don't catch the burns. Dragon is up. We got both junglers on the bottom side of the map. Sejuani head into it to maybe check for some vision. JK.
Faster route for the Stolas here. Olaf makes his way to the top side of the map here. Tavi kind of settled for Dragons last game. Would not be surprised to see him go for the... Well, probably wants to do grubs based on the pathing, but doesn't have a lot of priority out of the top lane, so it might have second-guessed that.
Very surprising that Olaf isn't hovering more towards the bot side right now. He's got vision on the Dragon. Both junglers just heading over to the top side.
It seems like they both did this top to bottom pathing, so they're just going to go for it. And now Coach has sent Star to the Death Realm, but look at who is waiting for him as he comes out. Tavi arriving, but he once again have this Sejuani arriving just in the nick of time, trying to turn this coach going in. The Star on 1 HP, although soon to be a remount, trying to get it there. Remounting onto Kled, dashing away, but one does go down. Yordle Yasqueen's claiming a second kill up in the top lane.
It's a little unfortunate that both junglers are moving in sync with each other on their respective sides of the map. They're just always in the same place as each other, so no one's allowed to get anything for free. Someone's dying if they try to do something.
Let's come down, and it would not be surprising to see Tavi run straight for Dragon after losing that fight on the top side of the map, especially with his bot lane pushing out. They've got nothing but control here. That's a Mumu and MF so strong and gonna hit a big spike once they hit 6.
Alright, they're thinking about this dragon. Sejuani did pick up the grubbies, so it's dragon for grubbies, just like the normal game of League of Legends.
Well, Star has not managed to get a base yet, so hanging out, but we'll teleport back now. Just wants to keep those farm numbers up. And both sides doing a great job here. We have a very even game through the first early part of this early game.
I feel like Hui and Malzahar are basically just be vibing for the most part. They're here to farm. Top lane though.
If you want the blow for blow, just tune into the top lane as Blaine likes to fight here.
I do feel like most of our streams hover on the top side of the map quite often. Like, I think 80% of the stream is just watching top lane punch each other in the face.
It is for sure going to be snapping to the bot lane soon, though, as both sides are about to be at level 6. And you know who my Pop-Tarts and Thundercats want to quickly sync up for that pair of ultimates to drop Lulu or Vayne. Coach hanging out now sends the Star into the Death Realm. Not many places to go. Quickly just trying to remount. Does get it. Everything coming down though now for the mid lane. Comet not quite going to be enough. No sustained damage to tick down. Star surviving against Coach and hanging in there even on farm. Does not have a TP to get back quickly this time though.
Yeah, Malzahar learned the hard way. Ulting Olaf is not going to end up being beneficial. He just walked right out of that.
Learn that lesson now.
Yep.
Blaine just courting with the edge of life between Kled and Skarl here. Now losing at. Does have his jungler in the area to at least pick up some XP. Pookie, it seems, is never in the lane, just always kind of hanging out up here, and now has managed to bait in one as that ultimate lands. Glacial Prison onto my Pop-Tart Ginger Oxide, trying to lean in. Wants that one more Silver Bolt to make it 3. Drader picking up the kill. So another one scored for Yordle Yasqueens.
Bum. Another one bites the dust. Three to 1, a 1,000 gold lead over to Yasqueens. Oh, you're in danger, Mumu. You don't want to give Vayne any more kills.
Some speed. The Malzahar's here, but gets pushed off just a little bit by Majestic Gem, but it's not enough. Ginger Oxide finds their first kill of the game.
You better dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge, girl. Whack. Yeah, not having that spell shield up is quite unfortunate, which is really hard to maintain going against a Hui. You just constantly have abilities flying at you and taking it down. I would not be having a good time playing Malzahar this game, that's for sure. That would be quite the sad panda.
Right, is managing to keep the farm numbers up, and a lot of what it's going to be more focused on just the wave control here. Doing it's still an advantage of Malzahar. You're not only an ult bot. You still have other things you can contribute, but
Yeah, you could
one
just
thing
drop
about
your E and your babies and leave the lane, and then it will push by itself. You can go participate somewhere else.
the one thing about all that movement from Ginger Oxide and Pookie Wanda, yes, Vayne did score a kill, but they did lose a lot of minions already to this turret and plates over to Ixtal It Girls, who are definitely
Ooh, that double up curved.
getting up. I know.
That was a curve. That was curved.
Okay, so we have Rift started up here, which means that
That is
5
gonna be
have
6
already been
grubbies.
claimed. Yeah, for your Yas Queens, and soon to be 6. So all of them. Wow. Condemn buffer that Amumu away. So now Coach and Star in the top lane is going to go back and forth. As we've seen it, one tower shot taken. Star trying to get away, trying to get the remount just in time. Garl always there to help out Blaine.
I love how Sejuani's like, I'm here to help, and Mordekai's just like, I'm taking him to the death realm.
More plates here, this time on the side of Yordle Yas Queens. As the jungle is just Hover, Olaf, Tavi starting up that dragon for the side of the Ixtal It Girls. So it'll be 2 dragons on the side of Ixtal It Girls versus the 6 grubs of Yordle Yas Queens.
Ginger Oxide and Pookie are just so pinned to this tower right now. They've been pinned down here basically the entire time, which has made it difficult for them to keep up in the farm. So I see why there's a little bit of a deficit there.
Did go for that call though, so kind of playing weak side here was the call, and so then came the call, and means it will be able to make up a little bit, but once that gets online, and only 25 CS away.
Oh,
But Amumu finds the bandage toss. Ginger Oxide immediately condemning who it might pop starts, so there's no quick follow-up of the bullet time, and the second bandage toss goes wide, so somehow, with 3 members there, Yordle Yas Queens escapes. They are threatening a dive. There's a bandage toss. Curse of the sad bullet time over the top does get that wild growth onto Vayne, but it is not enough to keep Ginger Oxide upright, which means that everything is Ixtal It Girls, including the turret.
Curse of the sad bullet time. That was great. And turret goes down. Oh, what a big lead for bot side over on Ixtal It Girls. Highlight just subscribed for 11 months in a row. That's almost a whole year, Highlight. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. Goddess. Highlight is a goddess. Olaf, run!
Just using that unrelenting, running away.
I was like, when's that gonna blow up? It's a shield. A shield for my shield? I like it. They sent Malzahar to go handle Kled on the top side so we can let Mordekaiser roam around a little bit.
I mean, Mord is where the gold is even, and that's mostly because of Mordekaiser matching this Wait My Pop-Tarts here, but now they're looking for something. Trader goes in, but both sides just sort of disengaging. 4s are around, but there's nothing to fight over yet, unless they're going to move up on the top side river and fight over this Rift Herald. So Collector complete for Misfortune, working on a second item, and we're still waiting on the first item for Ginger Oxide. So definitely wants to get this call as quickly as possible. 12 CS away. Oh, a bandage toss arrives, bullet time down, and that means Pookie Wanda will meet the gray screen.
Sorry, little guy.
Rip. Ripperoonies, pepperoonies. Oh, Ginger
final
Oxide saw their
hour.
opportunity.
Calling it right away.
Mumu said, I found my opportunity. Come here.
Flash
Lapsing.
bandage toss. Yeah, trying to Gonna catch the MF on the opposite side. Death Realm has now been used, so Coach coming out into 4 members of the Exile It Girls, and now Drader trying to get away on that Sejuani, and so nothing doing. Exile It Girls coming out well ahead there with that engage. Four kills for this Who Ate My Pop-Tarts is Misfortune. 4 kills for this, for Tavi's Olaf. These are, that's a lot of issues here for Yodel Yas Queens as Exile It Girls has their largest lead of the game here.
Yeah, no kidding. A 4-1 Misfortune, a 4-2 Olaf. Kled's not even doing that bad up there. Wei hasn't died at all. He's got 3 assists. Amumu is just being a menace with those bandages. It's a lot. It's a lot to deal with. And like we were saying beforehand, I'm not seeing where the support's going to be strong enough for the Vayne right now. And Vayne's having a hard time even getting to their first item. So yeah, it's going to take a hot minute before they can get back into this game at this rate.
Kraken Slayer was the pick here, so none of the Blade of the Ruined King kind of Rage Blade look that is popular, going more for that Kraken Slayer perhaps than Brit after. I'm not sure. Maybe Kraken Slayer on hit.
Okay, Dragon number 3 for Exile It Girls. Olaf said, yeah, bring me in. Let's do it. Let's freaking go. Oh.
Coach forced to flash the wall. Just to stay alive with my Pop-Tarts wants to make it rain onto this Mordekaiser. Returns for some damage.
He goes down.
They do decide to give up this and just siege down the mid lane. Oh, and there is a target that can be suppressed in getting River Otter, and Ginger Oxide able to put down a lot of damage in that short amount of time. And so now they may have a track onto this dragon, but the carries, Trader, your carries can't follow. They're all too low from that fight in the mid lane, so going down, well kited out by Who Ate My Pop-Tarts. Now it's just Draggy who has a little bit of vision. Not anymore, so looks like they so wanted to fight over this dragon, but instead just kind of went even on kills, and no one answered the Star in the top lane.
The Star is just going and going and going. It's like, oh, I'm gonna make this mine. Exile It Girls also said, let's have this third dragon. It is all ours. We are now 5-12 with a 4K gold lead. He said, bring it on.
Somehow, if Yordle Yas Queens gets to get back in this game, they've got to find a shutdown, but instead it is Exile It Girls looking for picks here. They've got that bandage toss. River Otter playing a completely different game from game one. They sat back, played so patiently with Braum. In this game, it's just go, go, go. Every time that bandage toss is up, looking for action all around the map. Going Warmog so we can afford to lose some HP and then walk away and regen it all.
I do love Warmogs as an item. I feel like I never get to build it because there's just so many other items that are like necessary. But hey, more props to you for going Warmogs first. I love that.
It's
in
a popular,
and out, in and out.
It's a popular one-item rush as a support. It lets you stay on the map and just make more plays. You don't have to go base after every little thing. Like Coach may be thinking about basing here in a moment, either the easy way or the hard way. Trader arriving to try to help out. So now it's 2v3 in the top lane. Coach loses a lot of HP, but a big shield now. The Star and that Death Realm now coming out, dropping out as well as Kled. HP is so low. And taking the first one. Finally does. Sees the immune though, trying to run away. There's a bullet time over the top. And that turns the fight. Ragnarok still up. And as soon as it drops, flashing forward, Draggy getting a big shutdown. That's one of the targets they wanted, but the other one here. And unfortunately, nothing left to get it for to get a kill onto Who Ate My Pop-Tarts, who will collect a triple kill. 9-1 for Who Ate My Pop-Tarts.
Wild! Like, we're here to kill everybody! 9-1 Misfortune.
Who Ate My Pop-Tarts wanted to get online a little... Yeah, wanted to get online a little faster than the Smolder game. Just hovering the Smolder and was like, nah, let's go.
Away from when Smolder came online, so it's like... Jesus Christ.
Has been in control this whole time. 700. They did find a shutdown onto Olaf. So now it's all about, can they find a shutdown onto Who Ate My Pop-Tarts? to try and get back in this game. That would be a big swing if they can collect, but with the amount of control the Exiled Girls has over this map, there's a tall order for the Yordles. There, I got it out.
Tall order?
Order for the Yordles.
Oh, the star. Just getting flipped around like a pancake. Whack,
That's what
whack,
you
whack,
want. You want to pick. There is no bullet time available. Star going down.
Trader's stuck in there now. Olaf's like, okay, I'm pacing. It's fine. Deuces. Otter out for blood. He's like, oh, I want to ult that 5-man so bad.
They do have to be careful because you're right. One good ultimate is going to be a whole team, and you see River Otter
He's like,
waddling forward.
Please.
Move those little legs. The tower and disengage, so they did at least get something with that pick onto the star. And now they just kind of settle back into their base. They'll reset one pick at a time if you're the Yordle Yasquins.
Got him.
Exilate Girls looking to siege. We'll see if Baron is there in their sights or if they're just going to play for Soul. They've got options here as they are well in the lead.
Yeah, they can do whatever they want, except for maybe wait too long. If you wait another 15 minutes, Vayne might start getting crazy. Sejuani's going to get tankier. Mordekaiser's going to get tankier. We don't want to get to that point. Scorch getting a little caught out there, but able to turn around, just put down some damage. Turns around for the bullet time. Is she going to make it? She makes it!
Red team double kill.
They threw everything at that Misfortune. Glacial Prison landed. They under the turret, and it just was not enough. They full sent for the Misfortune, trying to get that shut down. But yes, it was all for naught. For death, easy Baron here for the Exilate Girls.
Yeah, that was all wins all across the board for Exilate Girls. And Psyhero7 just cheered 10 bits. Thank you for the bit, Psyhero. Baron goes down. How long till their dragon? 15 seconds till their dragon comes up? Time to go get Soul. Might as well get Soul and Baron. Just love saying Pookie's name. Pookie Wanda. Pookie. I was playing Genshin earlier and someone named Pookie tried to join my world. I was like, oh, I almost want to let you in just because your name's Pookie. Looks like an easy Soul. Sejuani's looking to steal it. She stole it! She said, you can't have that Soul. You will wait 5 more minutes for that. Fine, take that. Charge!
Well, some heroics there from Trader jumping in. Making sure the Hextech Soul does not fall.
Oh, the Star's like, I'm just gonna go all
Yeah, they have
the way in.
everything. They're just ignoring the first turret. Bullet time comes down.
Such
Letting a
big
couple down here.
damage.
Oof. Yeah, huge damage here.
14-1. Holy cow.
Yeah, they're just unable to
Team's turret has been destroyed.
pop the Pop-Tart here.
Pop
Kind of that
goes the
high.
Pop-Tart.
Yeah, that is exactly the song that they want to hear. And it is just refusing to play here. There's no assassin, no easy pickup.
All
It almost
around
feels
the
like-
summoner's rift, its fortune chases Lulu. Still got that Baron up. They got the pushing power for days.
Yeah, 6 gem on its way. 16 stacks on a Magi's here. 3-0-8.
Grouping up. I said it's time to push. Let's push for this win. can't get that CC on Mordekaiser. Now they did. Come here. Well, it's like, I'll just face take the turret. It's fine. So it's like, I'll 1v3 up here.
Interrupting backs as I'll go in and interrupt these 3 backs. They try to suppress. Doesn't even manage to pop the 1, so the Star doing work here, preventing recalls as his team sieges through the bot lane, looking to win game number 2 here. 1 of the Nexus turret down. Ginger Oxide auto Q, losing so much HP.
So trying to go straight for Misfortune. Not quite gonna get him. Pad those Cade Gaze, pad those Cade Gaze.
Otter flashing
hold still.
forward, getting that, yep. First of the sad mummy, and now everything. Sights are set on the Nexus. Doing my Pop-Tarts. Goodbye. Ixal, It Girls, in convincing fashion in game number 2. Very different from game number 1. They played. They got out early and they just kept the lead, never giving Yoda Gas Queens any opportunity to come online.
Yeah, you know, that was going to be a tough team to beat, like, no matter what. Even if that Misfortune didn't get super ahead, that team with the CC, the just damage. Like, Olaf, pure damage. Misfortune, massive AoE damage. Kled, annoying as crap damage. And then you just get held still by the Amumu. It was just too much to handle. But who do you think was MVP for that game?
Well, while it was another incredible performance by Who Ate My Pop-Tarts, I think that it was very much aided by the heroics of River Otter on that Amumu. I think that that most of those kills were immediately following a bandage toss. The bandage tosses just were not missing for River Otter. And I think that was a big part of this duo's success in the bot lane.
I 100% agree. Both of you guys are amazing. Don't get me wrong, but I'm going to give MVP to River Otter on the Amumu because, yeah, that lockdown was intense and it just hand-fed the kills in Misfortune. It was like, here you go, have a snack, have another one, and another one, and another one, and just don't stop until you're at 17-1. Holy cow, that's a lot. So congratulations, River Otter, on Amumu. Going into game 3 already at 8:45.
Yeah,
looks like we are waiting for the other team, though.
We are waiting on the other side of the bracket. We've got the Naughty Noxians currently on the Rift against the Shurima Sugar Daddies. So one of those two. We're waiting to see the results.
Shurima Sugar Daddies. Love to have me a Shurima Sugar Daddy. Daddy Azir. He's an emperor. He got money. Or at least he should.
Is the currency still active? How long ago was the emperor?
Right. Like,
is it?
I don't know. Currency doesn't change as much, like that much over time, does it? I don't know. Runeterra is a very different universe, so maybe they all just use the same currency everywhere. For all I know. Oh. Another one of those things I'll just never know. And I'll never do the research for it either. I'm sure it's in the lore somewhere.
Oh, I'm 100% sure someone is just like,
you know what?
oh,
Let's ask ChatGPT. Does Azir have money?
Does Azir have money?
All right, let's see.
If you are listening, and you should be, make sure that if you have not completed your end of season survey, that you will do that. Because it's coming up on, I think the time it says there is 9:30 in the announcements, but it's really after the final game concludes. So please make sure that you complete that end of season survey. You still have time. So if you're waiting for your next game to start or you're in queue, do it now. Because then you get the chance to win prizes.
Prizes! Free RP! ChatGPT said, in the game's lore, he was a ruler of Shurima and had immense wealth and resources at his disposal during his reign. However, in the context of the game itself, the characters don't possess money in the traditional sense. That doesn't help me. We get it. He had money, but does he still have money? Let me ask that. I know he had money, but does he still have money?
I don't know how long was Azir, like, was he resurrected? How long was he down for before he was resurrected?
He was resurrected. Azir's current financial status isn't explicitly detailed in the lore.
Like, was it like Are we thinking like ancient Egyptians, like where everything has been stolen from him by people who go into ancient ruins and steal things?
Hmm.
Because that would suck to be revived and then realize that your vast fortune has
You're
been
poor.
stolen from you.
So it says, after his resurrection, his main focus is on rebuilding the Shuriman Empire and reclaiming his lost glory. This suggests that his primary resources and efforts are directed towards restoration and governance rather than personal wealth. However, given his imperial status and access to Shurima's ancient resources, it can be inferred that he would have significant resources at his disposal.
Okay,
So, wrap around, Azir has money.
as much as I love ChatGPT, our own chat has provided, I think, a far better answer to this question.
Oh yeah, Sivir for sure has money. She brags about it. And also Renata, CEO. Like, a millennia. Sivir was on an expedition with Cass. Sivir is Azir's descendant. So yeah, Sivir has money. Well, she's
all in
a
the
bounty
family,
hunter.
okay.
We don't know if she's rolling in it.
Did she steal Azir's wealth? Is that where this happened?
No.
While he was down for millennia? No. Okay.
She's like a bounty hunter in general. She has the blood of the Emperor. Like, she shares a bloodline with Azir, which is actually how Azir was resurrected. Like, I think some of her blood like hit the sand and that resurrected Azir. At least that's what I remember from the little bit of lore that I know. So that's how he came back around. But Sivir is just like a bounty hunter, so I'm sure she has money, but I don't think she's like rolling in it. Like, she's not mommy material.
Not Azir Emperor money, sure.
Yeah. Star says Cass betrayed Sivir, and Sivir's blood resurrected Azir.
Star, okay, got to get you on the stream to talk about lore because you seem to be very
everything.
knowledgeable.
Said then Azir did the ascension ritual to become the bird we know today. The bird. Azir is like.
Wait, Azir wasn't a bird. He wasn't a bird emperor. He became a bird later. I did not know that.
I didn't know that either.
Interesting.
Azir is probably my favorite character in League of Legends as far as like lore and like just their overall aesthetic. I don't like their kit, which is so upsetting to me because I tried really hard to get good at Azir. Like, I spent months playing just Azir and trying to get good, and I just couldn't. Like, I just can't. So I gave up on it. If they ever decide to change his kit, I'll be all over it.
You mentioned like not playing champions because of like a difficult to hit skill shot that just doesn't feel good to miss constantly. Azir is like that for me. Just the skill ceiling for that champ is so high.
Extremely.
I would love to play Azir, but I know that I just look at myself and I'm like, I know this can be played better, and I can't. I'm not capable of pulling that off.
If they
So
decide to put his alt on a
pros.
15-second cooldown, then we can talk. But yeah, it's just too rough. But yeah, the star said he was a normal guy. Same with Renekton and Nasus. They are ascended beings. And Xerath stole Azir's first ascension ritual, and since the ritual wasn't for him, that's why Xerath is all exploded. Just pop.
Really? Interesting. Okay.
That's funny.
I had no idea.
I like Xerath as a character too, but like I said earlier, can't freaking use his ult. I can't land it, and it just stresses me out so much to push R and be like, I can't hit anyone. If he had like a Lux ult and then the rest of his kit, I'd be very happy. Like, I get the thing is that he like turns himself into a turret basically, but don't love that for him and for me. The star said Xerath is the reason Shurima fell. Great, so I love the hero and the villain of this Shurima story is what I'm hearing. The Shurima deck, like the Ascension deck in Legends of Runeterra, is probably my favorite deck. Simply because it's so cheesy. Like, you don't do anything the entire time, but if you can get Azir, Renekton, and Nasus all on your board at the same time, there's this card that you play that just ascends all three of them at the same time. And so they level up once, all three of them. And then they they are the only characters, as well as Xerath, who can level up a second time via Ascension. So when you push that button, 6 cinematics queue up back to back to back to back. Actually 7, because you unlock like the Temple of Shrima or whatever it's called. So 7 cinematics just play back to back to back to back. So you have like 2.5 minutes of cinematics that just go off that you're forcing the enemy to watch as your team suddenly becomes unstoppable. Because when they ascend, things get crazy. Nasus like turns everyone in the enemy team to be like 3 points lower than normal, and then he becomes like a 12-12 monster, and then Renekton hits the entire board, and then Azir changes your entire deck to these super powerful cards that obliterate everything and draw you extra cards. It's called the Emperor's deck. So things just get like out of control, insane out of nowhere. Like you do nothing, and then you push a button, and cinematics engage, and you win. It's so tilting for the enemy team.
I thought you were going to say that 7 cinematics queue up and just cause your opponent to like miss their entire turn because they're just watching cinematics.
I mean, they basically, like, there's a 80% chance once those cinematics queue up that they're just going to surrender because they know they're going to lose for one.
It's over.
And for 2, they're being forced to sit and watch this unfold for like 2 minutes straight. While I'm over here like giddy as hell, just like cheering, like, yeah, cinematics.
I love that was briefly a viable strategy in Hearthstone where you could play a bunch of, like, you play, what was it, Nozdormu or something that would limit the opponent's like turns to only 15 seconds, and then you'd play a bunch of cards with big animations and then play them all at once and then end your turn, and it would play during your opponent's turn. So they would just time out watching your cards' animations, and then you could just continue playing.
Oh, that's effed up. That's effed up.
It didn't last for a long time, but
yeah, I'd be so tilted if that ever happened to me. Like, I'm never playing Hearthstone again. Never. I did think about it, but I do enjoy that Legends of Runeterra uses all the characters I already know, so that's why I do like Legends of Runeterra.
Exactly. And now there's a big button in the client you can click on to go there whenever your heart desires.
And I'm still yet to push it, which is surprising. Like, I haven't pushed it in a hot minute, but I do go back and forth. I have waves where I'm like, I just play like a crap ton of Legends of Runeterra, but I also just have it on my desktop. So I don't know if I'm ever going to go into the Riot client and then click that button. Maybe one of these days, but probably not anytime soon, because I'm still all caught up in Genshin Impact, and then I have Final Fantasy.
Well, another League of Legends game mode is coming soon. Did you hear about this? The Swarm, I think is what it's called. Swarm.
I heard of it. I haven't seen anything about it. I have personally never liked additional game modes in League of Legends. Like, I don't play the different game modes. I play Summoner's Rift, the occasional ARAM, and TFT. Anything outside of that, I'm like, eh.
Did you ever play, I forget, what was it, the Star Guardian event? Is that what, or no, the Odyssey event. I think that's what it's closest to. Did you ever play the Odyssey event?
Nope.
See, I like all the PvE game modes. I mean, they're not, like, I'm not going to replace all of my time doing it, but it's fun for a little bit. Especially the PvE where you can kind of like grind for certain win conditions, and also the kits for all the characters, because it's only a select number of characters you can play in the upcoming Swarm game mode, and their kits are like different. Like, they've added certain things to them to kind of make them more super powered compared to how they are on the Rift.
See, like with League of Legends, like with ARAM or with Summoner's Rift, there's just so much like structure to them. They've been so balanced. Like, everything is in its own place. I feel like with every time there's a new game mode, everything's just so chaotic. Things just become so immensely out of balance so fast, and I hate that feeling. I hate that feeling in video games. I hate that feeling in board games. If I am getting wrecked by no fault of my own and completely just because something happened in the game where it just basically means that I get to suffer for 30 minutes, I hate it. So that's why I don't play additional game modes, because that's how they always turn up. I played Arena 3 times in a row. One time, Blaine did the fart noise. Thank you for the bits, Blaine.
Thank you for improving the quality of the stream, Blaine. Always appreciate it.
I appreciate that. I played Arena 3 times in a row, just like in one sitting, and all 3 times I got the crappiest augments, and everyone got like these perfect augments where like they were completely invincible or just killed everybody in one shot, and I'm like, oh, I got a bonus 30 AP, woohoo! And I'm like, I want to kill myself. I'm never doing this again. Arena tilted me so hard.
Sounds like you've got some anger that you're harboring towards it. You want to talk
trauma.
it through? Yeah.
That was me talking it through, right there. This is my trauma. I'm opening up to you guys about my League of Legends trauma. This is what League of Legends has done to me. This is why I play other games now. It's all Arena's fault. Let's see. Did we get a winner yet? Let's refresh this.
Still waiting on a winner. Not sure how long we've gone into. Maybe I can scout them out here.
Yeah, do that.
Oh, speaking of other games, we are in between all of our seasons here at CMSA. So if you play not just League of Legends, which please sign up for season 15. My God, season 15, which will start. When is it? It's July 30th, I think, if I remember correctly. Season 15 will start, and then we've got all of our other leagues starting up in the next few weeks as well. Overwatch, Fortnite, ARAM, Dead by Daylight. I think there's a new Valorant league.
Yes, the new Valorant one is starting. I kind of wish I can get into
I don't know what that means.
See, that makes me almost kind of want to try it. I've been getting more into Overwatch lately, so shooters aren't totally off the table for me anymore. So I wouldn't be opposed to trying Valorant, supporting Riot a little bit more. I am very excited for Marvel Rivals to come out, though. Overwatch, but Marvel.
Yes, I heard about that. I don't know much about it other than that it is being developed and there's some talented people behind it. It's always so risky to put out a game like that.
Yeah, it's gonna be successful. Like it's Marvel for one, and then it looks exactly like Overwatch. Like the animation, the art style, the camera angle, all of it is exactly like Overwatch. Like it's almost like they copy and pasted it and then just changed the characters. Like it's kind of crazy. So it's gonna be successful because it's kind of a ripoff, but also Marvel. And then when does I can't remember when D&D starts back up again. I'm so looking forward to that. I'm getting nervous because I do have the move coming up at the end of the month, most likely. Like July, it should be like July 1st. And if we're starting up League of Legends League the day before that, and then we have Dungeons and Dragons probably around the same time. It's gonna be so busy. And I'll have school going on. Oh my goodness. We're all getting so busy. Everyone's moving around in CMSA. Everyone's got so much going on. My music stopped. Come back, music. I keep checking my Spotify because I don't hear it for a little while. And then it's like the music just like stops in the middle of the song. Like it'll be at 1 minute and 10 seconds. Just not moving.
You must be clicking something. Just decides to stop at 110. Okay.
It's weird. I'm not clicking anything, I promise. Ooh, I turned up the volume and now it's too loud. Back down. The Shadow Realm. We also had River Otter dip out, so I'm wondering where they went. Let's see. Let me ask Blaine if he wants to come in for a little chat. I'm sure he's watching. Blaine, you want to come in for a little chat? Now they're loading in. Just kidding, Blaine. You stay where you are.
Oh, River Otter went collect them.
He's like, yeah.
That means the Shurima. It was all the talk of Shurima. They overcame Shurima's sugar daddies, taking on the Ixtal It Girls here. Loading in now.
We manifested the Shurima daddies' victory. Wow, River Otter is level 1400 in League of Legends. 1400. I'm level 435. I've been playing since like 2009. Like, and we're talking like nonstop for years. That's insane. Do you work? Is this your job? Props to you. That's impressive. I think one of my friends, let's see. Twilight Caster is, I know they were pretty high level. They're level 1168. Okay, so not quite on River Otter's level.
River Otter. Impressive.
And the star claims the Kled again. Said all Kled all day today.
Kled. Here we go.
Kled.
Showing off.
Oh, we got Firefly on the other team. So that's going to be possibly an Akali pick. Got Swaby, MTP, Little Nicky, Danioli. That's right. The star said, I'm not letting anyone ban me out. Danioli.
Got it.
River Otter said, you get side selection. Bum, 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 bum. Nikki! For some reason, the CMSA website keeps like kicking me off of Ruby and putting me back on Pearl's page.
On Pearl?
Yeah, it just like keeps like blinking back. I'm like, please stop. We saw enough of Pearl over the past 3 weeks. Okay, so Little Nicky is subbing in today. Danioli last week played some support. They had a double Nautilus game and then a Lux game. Looks we're going to see them in the support lane potentially. Did Firefly get to play Akali last week? They did! They had Akali in mid lane. Ari, and then Aurelion Sol. MTP last week. Oh, okay. So they did a Mundo game for their last game. But their first 2 games, they played ADC as Ashe and Jinx. They went 3-0 last week.
Okay, trying to repeat. Here we go.
Danioli says, I want to use a ticket for Nautilus. Okay.
Right.
I hate seeing
All
Nautilus
right.
in my games. Nautilus is my #1 ban. If I'm in bot side, Nautilus is not getting into the game.
I mean, that is definitely a good ban. There's a good Nautilus can just completely control everything that's happening down there. And that hook is
so
the most
stupid.
baloney. Just it's like half the lane being thrown down there.
And that thing will go around the minions, pull you out from behind it, and just whip you back. They need to find a way to make the indicator either a lot more clear or make it thinner because it's too big. That's what he said. Invite. Gotta make sure I add everyone as friends. What did Swaby play last week? Swaby played Sejuani, Diana, and Brand. So some jungling.
Yeah, it looks like Swaby is going to be jungling again this week. Unless they want to mix it up.
You mean Kwai Baby?
Yeah, Kwai Baby.
I will never forget that. I will take that to my grave. I hear it in my head sometimes. I'll just be sitting in silence. I'm like, Kwai Baby.
Really, I mean, it's really a great summoner name. You're really
It
missing
was
out
iconic. I'm so obsessed. You're so funny, Sam. Got really hungry. I'm gonna grab a snack from the fridge while we're waiting for this to load up. But I'm not far. I'm like right here.
Okay. what else? I kind of mentioned everything else is upcoming. Oh, you know what? The Pride Parade here in Chicago is on Sunday. So if you're in Chicago, please come out and support the CMSA Pride Float. It's sponsored this year by the Bears, the Chicago Bears, that is, the sports team. So please come out and see us, support us. It's for all the sports for CMSA, so volleyball, everything else that they do. But the eSports is now, of course, part of the family. So we will be there marching at the Pride Parade this Sunday. So please come and support. Love to
it's
see
not
you.
sponsored by the Burly Gay Bears?
You just have to specify, you know. Okay, just waiting for a few more to load in.
A healthy snack is plain Greek yogurt, but just smothered in honey. And like a lot of it. Like I have a giant bowl of it.
Sounds delicious.
You know, I was at the store and I was like looking at all the yogurts and I was like, okay, which one of these is like healthy and delicious and not just like a big cup of sugar? And they had the same yogurt in like a honey flavor and like a vanilla flavor, and it like jumped in calories and jumped in sugar and jumped in like all these bad things. And I was like, I could just buy the regular and just put a bunch of honey in it. Like regular honey's good for you. And it'll be sweet and delicious, and I just throw some bananas in it, and it's like amazing. And it's one of my favorite things now. Good thing I have so much honey. Like I buy like giant jugs of honey because I make these protein balls. They're like it's like protein powder, oatmeal, raisins, coconut, chocolate chips, peanut butter, like all mashed and like frozen basically into little balls. And honey is like one of the ingredients that like binds it together. So, and I need a lot of it for that. So I just always have it around. I love honey. Honey's so good. I'm sure you have honey for your tea, sir tea drinker.
Yes, I do. My go-to sweetener.
Honestly, I think just like putting honey in this makes it taste better than just the honey flavoring they would add to the pre-product.
Yeah, anything has got to be better than honey flavoring. It's always so disappointing. And
it's true.
I forget where I was, and I realized I was somewhere. I had a slightly sore throat, and I was like, I really love honey when I have like any sort of my throat being irritated, and then I realized I needed to ask because some places they say that they have honey, but in reality it's not. It's just simple syrup flavored honey.
Yep.
Not at all the same. Doesn't have the same antimicrobial properties as honey itself. But what's sweeter than honey? A Day on the Rift. How's that for a segue as we go
That's
into
a
Pickman?
lie. You're a lying liar.
Heard you.
All right, Lilia and Olaf taken out. No junglers. Camille. I almost said Camilla. Camille gone.
Not a problem.
Misfortune gone.
Ooh, MF. Not going to get to see that repeat
They
performance.
said no Akali for Firefly.
Yeah, gotta take out. Gotta take that one. Earned it, Firefly. Forever banned.
Forever banned. I wanna be forever banned. No Skarner. Smolder again? Are we going get him?
A first pick Smolder here. I feel like that's kind of a
Flexing
bold
on him.
choice
Feel
here.
like I got that penta. Burger on the way. We said, we'll think about that ADC.
Safer. They'll flash it. Make you think that's where they're going.
Going back to your tea comment, at Starbucks, they have this drink called the honey citrus mint tea, or the medicine ball. That is specifically the reason why they carry a honey syrup at Starbucks. So they put honey syrup in with tea and lemonade to make that. But I always order it and I ask for honey packets instead of the honey syrup, because the honey syrup tastes like socks. It's disgusting.
Agreed.
That's my personal opinion. I do not speak for the company. So they did get the Nautilus, like they called it out. They got brand, so it's either gonna be a brand mid or a brand jungle.
Yeah, brand so incredibly strong right now in both of those positions.
I would like to figure out how to play brand in the jungle. I do love brand. I just don't love playing AP carries in the jungle. A Tarek.
Tarek, okay.
I haven't seen Tarek
Kinda.
in a hot minute.
Setting themselves up for like it. The lane, the early laning with Tarek is so incredibly painful. But if you can get out of that, you've got a Tarek in the mid and late game, which is just divine. You can't ask for much more than that.
I want that to be
Mira,
Tarek top though. Tarek top is a nightmare.
Ooh.
I am obsessed with the Samira. I love a
These?
Samira.
Yeah.
Don't love that going into Malphite and Nautilus though.
Oh, both teams have team fight on the mind clearly, but yes, it does seem like Samira's going to be met with some serious CC the moment that presumably wait, my Pop Tarts is taking that champion in. I'd like to see some more support for this Samira in these team fights, because right now you gotta kind of round it out a little bit more for the Extolate girls. How are they gonna play round Samira?
Ignorant.
Nautilus is honestly the best support to have with Samira, so it's unfortunate that he's on that other team right now.
Yeah, definitely one of the good ones. All those hook supports are so deadly in combination with Samira. But you've got Samira Tarek, which means that you could have an invincible Samira diving into the enemy team. Getting rid of Ashe, so the CC options cannot continue from the ADC. So now how do you do this? Do you match fire with fire, go for something aggressive, or do you pick something with a lot of range that Samira is going to struggle to get on top of?
I like the Syndra pick. I like being like, Samira, get out of here.
Yep. Definitely is a good response to the Samira. Kled we knew was coming. So one more pick. The jungle of Tavi. And no Skarner, no Olaf available, so a new pick, Xin Zhao or Tavi.
Ooh. I'm not a fan of Ixel Icarus team comp.
Why is that?
It's just a little all over the place. You've got long range poke with Hui. You've got kind of enchanter frontline-ish with Tarek, but he's just so delayed. His ult takes freaking forever. Kled is good as kind of a frontliner / sub DPS. Xin Zhao, I always have my reservations with Xin Zhao because, like I said before, he doesn't really get to the point where he's able to do damage or tank. He kind of ends up being like in this weird spot where he's trying to do a little bit of both and he just can't get there. So it depends on Tavi's performance with Xin Zhao here, because I was proven wrong, I think, last week or the week before that, where someone played a really solid Xin Zhao, and I was like, wow, this Xin Zhao is frontlining the house down boots. Like, it was great. but there isn't like a whole. I guess it could be like a dive comp with the Kled ultimate into Xin Zhao into Samira. I don't think it's going to be super successful into a Streamer Sugar Daddy's team comp where they have the Malphite, the Nautilus, the Brand Explosion, the Syndra CC, and then Kate Distance being very, very safe, being able to remove herself from those big dives. So I think Streamer Sugar Daddy's has the tools to handle their kind of all over the place team comp that Ixtal Girls has. But that's just my opinion. What's yours?
You know, I think that you make a lot of really good points about how Shurima Sugar Daddies can play against what the Ixtal Girls wants to do. I think that they have a very clear this tanky front line that like Samira doesn't really want to target. You want to quickly get a kill and start the resets going, and generally that's on squishy targets. So you're almost looking at how are you pushing past Nautilus and Malphite to actually get to those squishy targets? And I think that's going to be the name of the game. Can Kled provide enough of an initiation for his team to actually get on the squishies of the Streamer Sugar Daddies? If they figure out a way to work these team fights in such a way that Samira, Xin Zhao, Kled are in the face of the squishies of the Streamer Sugar Daddies, that is their win condition. And the sugar daddy, sugar, then then they can possibly make something happen. I'm very excited to see how River Otter plays this Taric. River Otter has had an incredible time. Both River Otter and Wait My Pop-Tarts have just been incredible in the bot lane, and this is an unusual bot lane pick that I'm really excited to see. And so I've seen such good games out of Wait My Pop-Tarts and all of the Ixtal It Girls. I'm going to go ahead and lean towards the Ixtal It Girls in this game, and they'll have to get creative in these team fights because the run at you front to back is not what they're looking for. Not this game.
Yeah, the Ixtal It Girls definitely have the chance to win. I don't think their team stinks as far as comps go. It's very out of pocket. Everything's just kind of spread out in an odd way for me. And they're it just very much depends on how they play the champions. Like you said, I'm very interested to see how River Otter plays Taric, because Taric can be an absolute freaking nuisance. But he also can be kind of a dud. It just really, really depends on how the fights go. I just feel like Streamer Sugar Daddies has a more consistent team comp. They have a very clear idea of what they want to do. It's big explosive damage with the Malphite engage, the Brand, some cleanup with the Kate autos, huge CC with Nautilus, and maybe a couple of single target picks with the Syndra. Like, it's just very clear what they want to do. Not saying that means they're going to win, but we know what their plan is. I don't feel like Ixtal It Girls has a plan aside from jump in there and fight.
That is a plan they went with game number 2, and we'll see if they can make it work for game number 3.
The final game of the CMSA Recreational League of Legends League Season 14, Week 9.
Woo.
Woo!
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Is Brand in the jungle? Nola said, let's fight. Let's do it. Didn't get my full-on invade today that I was begging for. Oh, the star also said, we have all our bases covered. He's confident that they are going to win this game.
Minions have spawned.
Minions have spawned. Oh, that was a lot of yogurt. I'm really full now. I think I ate like almost the entire like big container of yogurt. I might have left maybe like a fourth of it in there. Poke. There is a Comet Malphite with the Endurance Ring, so maybe we'll see an AP Malphite. Which I think might actually be a little detrimental. Oh, they're going all in on little Nikki.
Right away. That's what you want to do. If you're these two, you can fight okay if you can get the jump on level 1. Otherwise, you don't want to get pushed in.
Yeah, I really hope Malphite doesn't go AP, because it's Kled, Xin Zhao, and Samira. You should just go Armor. You've got enough damage with Brand, Syndra, and Kate. Please don't go AP. Did smack. Both level 2. Baby eyes. Here's a question for the chat. My mom and my younger sister, who is 15, are coming into town tomorrow in Chicago for 2 days. I have no idea what to do with them. Where should I take them? What should we do? Mithra says Syndra's balls are all messed up there, flying around all crazy. Oh, big Tarek stun, going all in on little Nikki. Whack, down she goes.
I have to claim first blood to who ate my Pop-Tarts. Exactly what this Samira wants to get off to an aggressive start. Perfect job for Ixel Icarus bot lane, and now they'll push in and get to reap the benefit of first blood here. And they needed a start like that. They've got to now continue to find more. I love that the pathing is now posed from these junglers. So Tavi from top to bottom here, it's going to be threatening something if they try to push out. Now Swaby a bit forcing the flash out of his opponent.
Or Malphite at low health, no mana, being forced back with those minions crashing on his turret.
In Zhao, Tavi's trying to wrap around, but no, the enemy bot lane seems to know here. They are respecting a potential, and they're checking. There, they put the ward down. They know exactly where Tavi's at.
From Targon.
From Targon. I did buy the lifeguard skin for Tarek just so I could have him shirtless. He's ripped. He's jacked.
He's appeared again. Flash done there for River Otter. Everything goes down. Little Nicky trying to get away. Just walking out. Not enough ghosts, enough to keep Little Nicky up there. Another summoner burned here for the bot lane as they're investing. The Ixalicro is investing a lot into this bot lane to make sure Samira is going to be big. And now the Star doing another little fight, constantly trading blows there. Minion advantage be damned. Does not matter.
I'm going in.
Still in the trade, yeah.
If I did rush into a cloth armor right away, so I definitely appreciate it.
Especially
going
against
to help him in lane.
Yeah, we'll help him in lane, and really Hui is the only big target here. Oh, is that
Here comes
Dredge Blind land? Brand's around. Thundercat's trying to get out of this one alive. Oh, they'll look for the turn there. Who my Pop-Tarts repelling with that Blade Whirl to keep the support alive just a little bit longer. 1 for 2 though. There's Shurima Sugar Daddies. Staves off defeat there as with my Pop-Tarts, give them run for their money.
We just gave Samira 2 kills. What's she working on? That's not a collector. She's got the BF sword. So is she going in Infinity Edge? Is that what
Very
Pilgrim's
well.
right now?
Could be Infinity Edge. Could go straight into Bloodthirster.
Oh, you're in danger, Malphite. Down he goes. 3-2. 1K
Yeah, just
gold
in
lead
time.
favoring Streamer Sugar Daddies. No, Ixalicro Girls. He switched sides.
Handshake away the first of these objectives. Looks like the Sugar Daddies have their eyes set on Dragon, and the Ixal Icarus on the opposite side with those Void Grubs, which I think plays to both teams' strengths. The Shurima Sugar Daddies want to ride out this early game and early mid part of this engagement. Because if they can get to the point where they're Dragon stacked and their Caitlyn is headshotting everything, They're golden, but the mid game is where it's going to be problematic here, as It Girls already has a very strong Chimera growing in the bot lane.
Malphite went ahead and rushed the plated steel caps right away. It's like, okay, armor, armor, armor. Good, 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 good. I was a little nervous there.
Playing with that Tiamat, just looking to crash wave after wave into this Malphite's turret and then go and support Tavi's doings in the jungle.
Blah.
I'll be curious if there's going to be as much kind of fighting to the death up there, with MTP kind of conceding that, okay, Kled is just going to be stronger, I'll build defenses, and ride it out.
Yeah, I mean, Malphite isn't going to win 1v1s, basically, no matter who he's going against. Unless he is AP and just plans on exploding like a ranged top laner. So he just kind of needs to hang out, needs to wait till team fights start happening, and then he'll just go hit everyone in the face. That's all we need Malphite to do. Going in on the Nautilus.
Dazzle lands. They jump right in. Wait, my Pop-Tarts whirled around, and there it is. Inferno Trigger claims the first of what is to be very many kills in game number 3.
Yeah, she's 3-1 already. She's going to pop off this game.
And normally with Tark, the issue is the early part of the laning phase is the weakest part, and now that not only did they overcome that, they came out way ahead here. So It Girls has a big win condition here in the bot lane.
Yeah, it's going to be very difficult for them to cancel out that Samira now. It's really going to be dependent on Samira stuns. Not Samira, Syndra stuns.
Yeah, and then Equipment Partridge does have that Blade Whirl available. So if Unless is missing a hook, if it's only the Syndra stuns, then Blade Whirl's available to cancel that right out. And we'll see if Equipment Partridge is just holding it or is maybe using it to try to quickly build up that passive.
Names are like, Malphite, get out of here. Back, 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 back. I'm not gonna hit you. I'm just gonna hit your minions, and my Tiamat's gonna hit you. Dragon's up in 2 minutes.
Oh,
Zuzao's getting caught in the dragon pit. Uh-oh.
3 around. Crescent Guard comes out. Bayern. It seems time to try and collapse here. Wait, my Pop-Tarts is arriving. All the CC has been used. Samira wants to get in there, start putting out some damage. First auto attacks go, building up that passive. Does get the stun. The rest of the team cleaning up, though. Right now, a 1-for-1, but they have the HP advantage, which just means they're going to push onto the turret and reset, as there's no dragon to fight over right now.
Brand already finishing up his Blackfire Torch in about 10 minutes. Good to go out, grubbies. We already have 3 over on the side of It Girls. Are they gonna get 6? Oh, big damage going on Syndra. That way alt does feel very low damage at level 1. I have felt that, and every time I played Hui, I'm like, I'm gonna kill them. Just kidding.
Which means it's not going to be available if they do get into this fight. The Star, though, trying to fight 1v2 against Malphite, who does not want to have to use Unstoppable Force just to get out of there. Instead, bowls that rock at his opponents and runs away.
Solid.
Avi starting up with the grubs. Going to secure 1.
Oh, here comes Brand. He's in danger.
They are bringing up the support here. So 4 have been claimed.
Bum, 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 bum.
Are now coming on a very squishy target, finding it. Firefly is here. Can they burst? Yes, absolutely. But the support is arriving. Oh, the dredge line just missing during the dismount. But this is going to be a double kill secured for Firefly, and MTP looking for more unstoppable force onto Majestic Gem. It's 3 just for the lone Grubby is all the Ixalit girls got for that.
Yeah. So they come out with 4, which means they do get a buff, right? Or is it just
Yes.
5? They do?
Yeah, so they have a little bit of a buff here.
It's an itty bitty one, so we get a little bit of a push. This very slow damage, slowly taking down the Void Drubs.
They did leave little Nikki alone. There is a teleport here trying to come down and aid. It is Nautilus with the teleport. I missed that in Champion Select. Do my Pop-Tarts. Infernal Trigger, how much damage do you have? Dredge line. Oh, finds the edge instead of the Samira. Oh, and that gives Exile Girls an opening on Dragon to notch it up at 1 apiece. No steal available. It's a 2K lead early for the Exile Girls.
She's burning. She's burning. Oh, good flash. Oh, you don't want to stay, girl. Get out of there.
Just, Way is trying to off-screen kill. And Firefly to off-screen death here. Majestic Gem now. Ooh, flashing forward is this Brand. Wavy, but Tavi's here on the counter gank.
1 for 1.
They trade.
2 for 1.
Easy pickup. Oh, wait, my Pop-Tarts is gonna find it and manages to quickly stack. There's Infernal Trigger. 2 more. 1 more. Auto is all it took to claim the double kill for Who Ate My Pop-Tarts. Already 6 and 1 in 13 minutes.
Goodness, I think it's GG. When you got Samira at 6 and 1 this early, it's like even. They've got a Xin Zhao who's doing okay, they've got Kled who's doing okay, and they've got a Tarek. So they have a solid frontline support. Samira is just gonna freaking blend this team.
Yeah, I mean, the nice thing about Shroom Sugar Daddies is they have a lot of CC. They definitely drafted for CC heavy. They knew they were going up against the Samira from early in the draft, so hopefully they had some sort of an idea of what these mid-game team fights are gonna look like. Because, yeah, you're right. This Samira is going to be a problem you've got to solve very quickly before this gets even more out of hand, because you're already up 4,000 gold at this point.
I am hoping that she, instead of going into the Bloodthirster for 3rd item, will flex just into the Lord Dominic's, because that Malphite is stacking the armor. Nautilus is going to start stacking armor. She's going to catch herself behind on damage if she lets them stack the armor before she gets the penetration for it.
Right, it's that Collector, i.e. first 2 items, ooh, Arc Tread, so the CC not going to be as effective. You got money burn though. Tavi poaching this top. Malphite, Majestic Gem. Full combo onto Caitlyn, goodbye. And meanwhile, Icarus in the top lane trying to knock down this Malphite. But Wavy wrap around on this Brand. Throwing out Pyroclasm, trying to do some damage. No, not available. Oh. I don't know if that was not available.
Dive.
By Tavi here. The Ixal It Girls, they have drafted for an early team, and they're continuing to just put the pedal to the metal here on all lanes. Now going for Rift Herald.
Have that throttle.
Have a big push, yeah. Hitting the trigger.
This is like the 2nd time they've been doing an objective, while Tarek just chases around the Scuttle Crab, just whack, and just spamming Q, just healing from across the river. I do love the mechanic of Tarek of just like having a connection with the person and giving them additional boosts. I feel like there needs to be more champions like that.
How about we design a champion that literally can't play the game and they are untargetable and just attached to another champion completely? That seems healthy, right?
Oh, like Yumi.
Okay, the star MTV. Oh, no, wait. Very quickly flash to the mid lane here. Oh, the Nautilus depth charge
He caught it
only.
all.
Yeah, eating everything, but now, ooh, first time Cosmic Radiance comes down. No damage here, 2.5 seconds. So they was burned. Now you're under the tower. You got a lot of CC. This could be the shutdown, and it falls to a carry with little Nikki, and now the rest of the team collapses. So 2 kills down, and the CC shows that you cannot just go in there 2v4. You might be strong, wait, my Pop-Tarts, but they can be punished.
That is a classic case of Samira greed.
Majestic Gem on this way now, putting out a lot of damage. Just scored that kill on Nautilus with from a very far distance. 4 and 2, and stacking, working on stacking that Dark Seal. Herald now used mid lane by Excel It Girls.
Crash.
He crashes. They've got all the grubbies coming out.
Dragon is up.
Turret.
We're thinking about it.
I didn't want to push this turret down. And then group on this dragon. Monster and Sugar Daddies have to respond to what's going on. But they kind of have an inside track here on River Otter and Gem. Wait, Pop-Tarts going ahead and lead the charge.
Ooh, you don't want to go in
for
there
the
alone,
team.
girl.
Whirling Blade comes out, but it's not enough to cancel any of that damage. Just buying time though now for Tavi, but did get a lot of damage done. So one thing Samir did, jumping in there, but not a lot of damage, which prevented Shrimmer Sugar Daddies from pressing forward. So a second dragon goes for Excel It Girls. They do lose that. Wait, it's on Pop-Tarts for it though.
Yeah, I mean, it worked out for him, but if Samira's gonna keep that mindset of I'm just gonna go win 1v5 before the team even gets like set up for her, she's gonna end up getting her team killed. I've done it many times. I've seen other Samiras do it many times. She's like, okay, I'm fed. I can just 1v5. You can't. You are still an ADC. This is not ARAM. You have to be careful. Especially getting into these mid-game fights when your enemies start actually having some items, they start having some damage to take care of you, and now they have all of their CC tools ready and they know to target you. So you gotta be a little bit more strategic with those fights, I think. But of course, very capable of succeeding still.
Yeah, I mean, and there was no Cosmic Radiance available. There were no allies around to kind of help. Oh, dodging, hot dodging there. The dredge line so important. River Otter staying alive. The fight another day because there weren't a lot of tools available in that fight. It was just all my Pop-Tarts kind of limit testing there. Didn't work out, so I'm optimistic that in the next fight they'll use charge, they'll use Crescent Guard to kind of go in first rather than a Samira.
Right.
That's exactly what Sugar Daddies want. On lands, forcing the Unstoppable Force to be used away from the team.
We love that.
So that is now down.
Maybe not get caught out here.
Yeah, they're Majestic Gem sieging from screen away, as Quay does. Without Unstoppable Force available, it becomes much trickier for Shreema Sugar Daddies to engage. It's really just going to be that Nautilus that has to do it, and Nautilus not particularly tanky right now. Still working on that first item completion.
Oh, let's do that Baron. Heck yeah, they got 2 in the bot side, 2 people going back. They probably saw Quay on the screen. They're like, they're not probably objective. No, it's like, I'll check anyways. And they're doing it, girl. They're doing it.
Just make the call. They are strong. They're doing it, and they claim Baron Nashor here for Ixtal It Girls. So the game had kind of gone into a sense of a lull state, and they just blew it wide open. Let's see what they can do with this Baron. They've got to now convert.
Yeah, we are 16-10 with a 6K gold lead favoring our Ixtal It Girls. But it definitely felt like the Samira was like at the point where she could just blow up everybody like she was all early game. So they feel like they lost their edge just a little bit, but if you can catch someone out like that, and you have your Baron buff, now you got 1 pick, just shove it in.
It's a 4v5 right now, and they see Firefly, who's going to quickly try to go back to base defense. So 4 members of Ixtal It Girls sieging up the mid lane. It's going to be some turrets that are not long for this world. Mid tower.
That brand skin's my favorite.
Found Pop-Tarts going in. Firefly, goodbye. Infernal Trigger on the squishies and the Cosmic Radiance to keep them alive. It was just a little too late. Boom, Pop-Tarts going down. Now they're under the turret, but they still find all the squishy members of Dream of Sugar Daddies, which means that it's only a non-list to defend, and it's not enough. So now the whole team of Ixtal It Girls is on this mid turret, on this mid inhibitor. At 22 minutes, they've claimed an inhibitor already.
Going in. We going in.
They have time. There's still 10 seconds left. It's only Malphite up. MTP, the sole member of Shurima's Sugar Daddies. They take down 1 turret, and then they back away.
Rotate. We'll get some other things with our Baron buff here real quick. And then we'll peace out and reset.
Up the mountain we go.
Tommy's pathing was a little off there. He's like, okay, I'll flash. I think another group up here with Samira, they can just push for the win. Ooh.
Yeah, there's been huge power play here for the Ixtal It Girls. They were up 6,000 gold right after taking that Baron, and now just look at the discrepancy between these two teams. And all eyes now
Dragon.
turning for Dragon, yep.
Oh, we're gonna catch the brand. The stun misses from the Syndra. That means Samira can just go right in and do whatever she wants. Blend them all.
Yeah, the Wild Rush resets right on your back line. It's just not enough, and now they've got the Star pushing in the top lane. They have minions coming with them. Tons landing. They have their sights set. They're saying, forget the dragon. There's a Nexus. There's only 1 turret. Kled's going to try to tank it here. 1 down. They're on the Nexus. It's just 24 minutes. The Ixtal It Girls picked for the early game. They never gave Shurima's Sugar Daddies a chance. And Who Ate My Pop-Tarts and the Ixtal It Girls take it in game number 3.
No kidding. Oh my goodness. Yeah, no, once that I saw that Samira get those 2 kills early and then she got a 3rd one, I was like, oh god, it's over. What the heck? It feels good when you're in the position though. That's me when I'm playing Samira. I'm like, I got 2 kills. GG guys, we're good. We're fine. But based off of everything that we saw and all of their amazing teamwork, who do you think was MVP for that game?
I mean, this team tonight, Ixtal It Girls, they played such an up-tempo, fun, exciting style that just surprised me game after game. I was just so pleased, and I have to say, Who Ate My Pop-Tarts had an incredible night. I mean, yes, the River Otter and the rest of the team was there to support them, but Who Ate My Pop-Tarts? I don't know if you had a Pop-Tart for breakfast or what, but that was such an impressive final week of CMSA. I will give the MVP to that Samira performance of Who Ate My Pop-Tarts.
I agree. MVP for the 2nd time tonight goes to Who Ate My Pop-Tarts on Samira. Congratulations. What I want to know is, Who Ate My Pop-Tarts, what is your favorite Pop-Tart? He said, I did have a Pop-Tart for breakfast. Now, what is your favorite Pop-Tart? I need to know. This is very important information. The Star said, bows. My survivability was goated. I magically lived too much. Who Ate My Pop-Tart said cinnamon brown sugar. That's a good one. That's okay. I'm a either the s'mores or the chocolate fudge. Those are my go-tos. The Star said brown sugar cinnamon is the best. Sam, what's your favorite Pop-Tart? Do you Pop-Tarts?
Whatever has the blue frosting. I think that's the only one I've ever had.
The blueberry one?
Perhaps.
No, I did clock you as somebody who probably doesn't eat Pop-Tarts. I was like, he's not going to have an answer for this. He probably doesn't eat them. Tea drinkers, am I right?
Yeah, I know. Worst.
Who Pop Turtle said, "Nah, Brown Sugar is the GOAT." President Mew said, "Well done, Sam and Chroma. Great season. Thank you, thank you. It has been such a great season.
It
was
has
so
been.
exciting. I feel like you and I both kind of like really found our rhythm in this season. It was just it felt very comfortable. It felt very good flow. Everyone was just good energy. We had lots of good chatters. The games were intense. I do love the new setup for the what do we call it? Not Clash. Is it Clash?
Kind of a Clash style, yeah. With the
I like the Clash style.
Fun.
I like all the new changes we have going on. I was glad to see tickets come back. We got to see Blaine play Kled 3 times tonight in a row. It was a very good season. It was really fun. So I'm looking forward to it. For next season, which I believe we said starts July 30th. And then next week we're doing the Pearl Invitationals, which I believe should be posted here soon if it hasn't been already. I haven't checked the Discord. And then the week after that will be the Ruby Invitationals. And then I think we'll have 2 weeks off before the next season. And if you are in the league, make sure you hang out after the stream because they should be doing some wheel spinning for some prizes for the season.
Yes.
Giveaways, woohoo! Who at my Pop Tart says, "Thanks for hosting the stream this season." Thank you so much. Okay, Sam, do you have any final words for the end of our season before going to invitationals?
No, just thank you everyone for such an amazing season. This wouldn't happen without all the incredible people that we have, the incredible vibes that we have at CMSA. I feel so lucky to be a part of it. So thank you all for watching and supporting and for the great entertainment and games on Tuesday nights. Thank you. And as always, be kind to one another.
Seriously, thank you guys for creating the space. The space wouldn't be a space without you guys being here and participating and just being such amazing people that come together under the roof of video games, whichever video game it is, and just being the amazing people that you are. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for playing. Thank you so much for being such amazing sportsmanship following players. That wasn't English correctly, but it's close enough. You get what I'm saying. Thank you so much for being here, guys. I will see you next week for invitationals, and Sam will see you the following week for Ruby invitationals. Until then, adios.